Hi, everybody. Welcome to TVON. My name is Blair. Thank you so much for joining us. Happy Friday. See what happens when you're off 3 days. We got a great show for you tonight. Tonight is going to be the kickoff of a very important weekend. We've got big announcements this weekend. We've got exciting jewelry. We've got really everything you could want in one crazy big show. We've got a whole weekend long of amazing specials. This is a big weekend, of course, officially our first weekend of spring. So happy spring, everybody. Glad that you are decided to get your spring sprung with us. We're so excited you're here. We've got a great show. It's going to be Tanzanites. We've got a Congo wheel. When I last saw you guys, we had a great Congo wheel. It's going to be another one, but actually more affordable. So we've got 3 different choices for you. In Congolese blue-green tourmalines, also have a fabulous pink diamond to start. It's more hot pinky purple, actually. But hey, if it's labeled as a pink, I'll take it because it gets you a better price tag. Also have some really special clearance discount prices. We're going to get your weekend started off so right. All the values are here. Brought out a big morganite, looks like a pink diamond. We have a very special pair of brand new earrings. They're a door knocker style. That's a classic in jewelry, certainly. And we even have stiletto drops. And because it's already, can you believe it, already the end of March, we're going to bring out a big aquamarine. That is the March's birthstone, but of course at TVON we bring you the best of the aqua world. It is Sierra Santa Maria. So we've got a pendant that is affordable for one and all. So looking forward to that as well. And we're even going to bring out a big ruby. So lots to get to tonight. 3 hours live from Los Angeles as always. And also keep in mind that it's really important to get requests in. If there's anything at all you want to see in this show in fine jewelry, we've got it for you. I mean, really, truly. I mean, Scapolite, got it. Demontoid, we've got that too. Conch pearl. Actually, I'm naming pieces that are here tonight. We have one of our best values, I think, of the day is a conch pearl. If you've ever wanted one, we've got a huge stone. What is this stone? It's big. It's 2 carat 12. So the 212 in the conch pearl is a huge discount tonight. Also, not too late on the blue wings. Almost getting there. We got a little bit left, but we have a 16 carat plus in a round that is special. And oh, one of our big 3 carat diamonds is here. Speaking of 3 carat diamonds, we're actually going to discount one. Lately, we've been seeing the new 3 caraters about the $25,000 mark. We're going to see one tonight that is actually far less. So if you've needed a big radiant cut in the yellow diamond, got you covered there. So lots to get to tonight. We're going to get you started with a brand new piece that is that pink diamond that is very, very saturated. Take a look at this. As we get started on a big Friday night, 7962 is the item number. And so happy to have you with us. This is a really good platinum and 18 karat gold piece together. So 2 very important metals brought together in one great ring. And this is going to be a, well, interesting. It just goes to show you, you know, pink diamonds, the world of pink diamonds are really, really rare, as we know. But to get a stone that is 3 points, that might not be a big deal in most stones, but it is a big deal when you're in the pink diamond world. So we're so proud to bring this to you. It's a 3-point stone. Yes, indeed, that's an important piece. But also, it's got the pink diamonds around it. And that's a very saturated pinky purple stone in the middle. And then you're going to see, well, we've got the 3 points of additional pinks. So it's around it. So that's 3 and 3. The center's 3, then the 3 around it, and then 22 points in white diamonds. It's going to be one of those really easy wearable styles for one and all. So again, if you want to stack with it, you could. If you want to leave it on its own, well, it works well that way also. So got a lot to share with you. So we'll just make everything discounted. How does that sound? A big Friday night kicking off a big weekend. Again, our first of spring. So excited about that. Spring has finally arrived. And you know what that means out in Los Angeles? 90-degree temperature. So at least coming up in the next couple of days. But anyway, we skip right over spring. We go to summer. But it is spring. And we're so hoping you are having a fabulous start to your weekend. Here's what this one looks like on the hand. So you can see it there. First of all, that's a really important way. And it's going to be an affordable way to get you a pink diamond when there aren't many in the bigger sizes. And this still is. Remember, it's a great way to get platinum and 18 karat gold, where I think we all know a band of anything in gold these days, just a plain band by itself would be, who knows, $3,000, $4,000, $5,000, given the way gold is going. Could be more. But again, really seeing it all decked out in diamonds like this is. So glad we have it for you. Let's make it a really big discount. It's actually supposed to be $38.99. We'll do better than that. And then, oh, we're going to see a little bit of everything on the show. It's a really good one, I got to say. Let's make this better. How about $999 to start the show off right? And to get you ready for what is going to be a very significant weekend ahead. So that's a big one. Great color there. See the saturation. And again, it's always a challenge to get any saturation in a pink. They usually are on the lighter side. That's just naturally how they occur in the earth, and we're so fortunate to bring you the real deal, the natural stones. And I don't just mean the diamond is natural and then it's got some treatment to make it pink. No, I'm talking about natural pink through and through. So when it came out of the ground, it was that color. And then you don't have to, as folks, you know, out here in the jewelry world, we don't have to do anything to the stones except set them in beautiful designs and mounting. So we've done that, $9.99 one collar. Then I've got a Zambaran that's affordable. We're going to keep it really on the affordable side for the most part tonight. I do have maybe the most luscious, bright, beautiful, I mean, Kunzite at this level, so important, the value's even better. Rubellite lovers, I do have a Rubellite that's new. It's a trillion cut. Very excited about that. It's a really special trillion. I mean, this stone, let me show it to you next. Why not? We'll go from one pink that is the lighter, more pastel, to certainly the ultimate in like fuchsia bright pinks. And again, that one's here for $9.99 if you like it. Now take a look at this. This is going to be a pendant in and chain. We're going to bring it all, but I mean, talk about starting up close. So up close, this one doesn't even want to sit on its own, but we'll make it so you can really see the clarity. I mean, this one, if you got it, flaunt it, right? This Rubellite definitely has it. What's it? The it factor here is the clarity. That's a challenge with Rubellite. That's going to be 1128013, and that's 18 karat gold as well. So we did not skimp on this one, and let me know who's got that pinky purple diamond. And then here we are. I love this stack. This is going to be a really cool way to do a bail. Fancy cut diamonds here leading into the round, leading into the point of the trillion. The trillion is a 263, very high clarity. Let's throw in an 18 karat gold box link chain, shall we? So you get the perfect chain that's adjustable to go along with it, and we'll make this one, oh yeah, 16 points in diamonds among the marquise cuts and the rounds. Hi, Tim. You got it. Oh, yes, absolutely. Here it is on the hand one more time. Here it is. And who is it that got it, by the way? Might as well congratulate them, and let me give them a big old thank you from me to you. Who is it? Who? Tammy? Hi, Tammy. Thank you so much. Tammy, that's your new ring. There it is. And that's one way to wear it, of course, in case she likes to see it with the pear shape pointing the other way. That's what I did not do earlier. So let me go ahead and do that, because that's always the goal, is to show you both ways it can be worn. So maybe you're wearing it like this. Remember, platinum and 18K. I've had a number of pink diamonds like this before, but they're usually just gold, just you know, 14 karat or 18 karat straightforward. The platinum and the 18 karat gold mix is wonderful. So thank you, Tammy, on that one, and enjoy it. That one is yours. Now we're going to get this one a home, which will not last very long, and this is our Rubellite. So again, 8013 is going to be that 263, bright as can be. What do we look for in Rubellite? It's not pink. It's got to be that fuchsia, bright, purpley red pink. That's what you have here. It certainly is a beauty, and it's clean, and that's always a challenge. And it's the 18 karat gold with the 16 points in diamonds, all larger stones there. You've got 6 diamonds up top, then a 7th one there that leads into the trillion, and then we'll show it to you on the hand, ready to go. And yeah, it's all going to be adjustable as far as the chain too, so that's a great idea. So that means the chain's going to come off this piece, and you suddenly have a chain that's going to be wearable with just about every pendant you have in a white metal, whether that be your sterlings, your golds, or your platinums as well. And you can see how slinky and like a liquid gold is what that chain looks like. And how about that Rubellite doing its thing? That's a pretty setting too, to get that flare of diamonds at the top leading into the one. Then of course down here we've got just under an inch. It's about 7/8 of an inch if you look at that there from top to bottom. And then what we're going to do is show it on the neckline for you also. And by the way, the chain is going to be adjustable. So when we say adjustable, I mean really adjustable, any length you need it to be. 18 inches maximum, but then you slide that bead on over to make it as short as you'd like. And I mean, you can really have some fun making that one really any length you choose. But that's what it looks like from a distance. And maybe that's even the, that might even be a better light for it, don't you think? The way that's looking here, a little darker light, really showing off the bright neons of that Rubellite. And then we'll go right on back up close and get you great value. Maybe we'll even, I don't know, is it, I think if we sit it up like this, that's lovely, but you can't see all the diamonds. And I need you to see these diamonds because they're important as well. But there's a big time value, and you know, Rubellites are on the pricey side typically, especially when they're clean and bright like this one is, but we're going to make it a lot more affordable than the 29. Why is this only $29.99? It's incredible, I think, on its own. We're going to make it lower and discount it on down for you. And then if you need a ring, we've got something similar, but it's a Zambaran garnet, but it tends to look, a really good Zambaran can give you a little bit of a Rubellite effect. But this is something special, isn't it? And we'll make it better than $19.99 and better than $1,500. And if you are ready for the big, the important, the impressive, the really good color, that's it. And we're going to make it only $1,299 only. So that's for one caller as well. I got a lot of one-of-a-kinds as per usual. So we will see a ton of them them, and there's even a heart-shaped blue zircon. I've got two incredible blue zircons, okay, because that's been the stone of the moment. We have a round, I have a heart shape. They're beautiful and they're bright and they're big and they're really well discounted. So we've got those on the way as well. Don't forget, if you've ever wanted a larger conch pearl, maybe those 4 carats were a little bit out of reach, wait till you see the 2 carat that I am bringing to you tonight. It's a 212. It's in the conch pearl. It's platinum as well. So that's here too. You may want to just say, I'm ready for the conch pearl, because that's one that we usually get a lot of requests for. We make them very affordable compared to where they ever should be, and we're making another one affordable tonight. And by the way, I want to thank Pam K. Pam in Florida. Pam, I was able to respond to your earlier email, but then I got one right before the show started. I want to thank you, Pam. Your words meant the world to me, and it was really one of the kindest emails I've received in a long time. So thank you, Pam, so much for your kind words. And who else is checking in tonight? We've got Kathy. No, did not get a gift, Kathy, but I will check with the back. But hi, Tracy. Happy Friday Fun Day to you. Is it Friday Fun Day? I like that. I like Friday Fun Day. And then, oh, hey, Sheila. Sheila, I'm glad you got your Tanzanite and love it. That's good to hear. Hey, Kirsten. Wonderful. Okay, Kirsten says hello to everybody out there, too, in the phone bank. Love that, too. All right, so here we go. Let's get on to it. $12.99 for our Rubellite, and then let me know if you'd like that one. And then, I don't know, you guys, do you think this looks like similar enough to be called a set, even though it's a different stone? I thought it kind of did. Do you think, I mean, identical match perhaps? Are we twinning? That's not a Rubellite. It's the Royal Zambaran, but it looks identical to the Rubellite we just saw. I couldn't help it. I thought if you wanted that trillion cup, but let's say you were imagining it in a ring. Well, here it is. The ring, ready to go, 7071. It's a rare garnet. Now, this may not be tourmaline like the Rubellite is, but it certainly looks like it. And there aren't many garnets that can look like Rubellites. There aren't many stones that can. This is one of them. So I love that factor. And then it's bright and clean. It's about the same size. It's a 2 carat. And you're getting the bright trillion. Amazing color play here. And then it does have the double halo, really to emphasize that. So far, if you're a trillion lover, you are definitely loving this show. But I think that's going to be it for the trillions tonight. I've got a heart shape in the zircon, which is similar. But here we go. With a 2 carat, now the Royal Zambaran. If you're not familiar with it, it's a color shifting garnet. So instead of color changing, I'll tell you why it's even better. It's got 69 points in diamonds, which we love because that keeps the whole mounting rather traditional. But this is why I think a lot of us love a color shift instead of a color change, because the color change, you have to be in a whole different light to see. And that can be tricky, because we will live our lives with those pieces of jewelry with color changing stones and rarely actually see them change color. What they typically do is you have to be in a full incandescent environment, which is in life, in everyday life, that's scarce. So what really is cool about a color shifting stone is that you don't need a special lighting. You see basically just from moving from one room to another about your day, or from inside to outside throughout your day, you see the different colors play with this stone. So you're going to see sometimes more pink, sometimes more purple, sometimes more blue, sometimes more red as well. So you get it all there. And it's a 2 carat, and we're looking forward to a great price tag on this one because it's got that Rubellite essence as we talked about. It can be done in any gold color you like. It's still a rare form of garnet, so if you're still loving on the rarities in the garnet world, well, this is certainly one to add to the collection, and this is what it looks like on as well. So you can see it just a couple ways to wear it, but of course you can decide. But look at how beautiful that bright stone is. Double halo in the diamonds, a little split shank there, which is really important because it anchors it. But again, sometimes, like here again, little lower light than where it was up close. I think you see a little bit more of those deep purples, these really good fuchsias, like a great plum color. And then again, when you're up close in a little hotter, brighter light, tends to give more red and pink. It is fantastic in every way. And do we like it this way too? Why not? Look at that, bright into that stone. Notice I said bright into the stone, look bright into it, because it's just, again, the trillion cutting is really fantastic. And gonna make it super affordable. How about this? Under $1,000, not $9.99 either. It is Zambaran time, and I think that's the only one we've got in a ring that's not a colossal size. So a great way to go, but also a better value than $9.99. What do you say? You came for a Friday Fun Day, right? You came for a little shopping extravaganza, something special, something to start the weekend off right, to anticipate something really cool coming to your home, ready to go. Well, this is it. And it's not going to be $9.99 either. We're going to make it $888 if you'd like that ring. And notice, I mean, what everyone else is having to do with their pricing on jewelry, because again, fine jewelry made in gold. Well, you know what's happening. We are doing the exact opposite. So it's, again, great time. It's like the cheat code of shopping here. When you're shopping for fine jewelry, you're still getting the luxury, but you're getting a better value, and we are taking all the should be, would be, could be prices and making them a lot lower for you. So $888 only on that Zambaran that would even match the trillion we had in that necklace just a few moments ago if you did want to get it. And we've got a great wheel of discounts coming your way. And again, let me know. Oh, and I decided to bring out a really large Mahenge, which is a 197. My personal favorite because it's got a lot of reds. And that's what, to me, makes them very distinctive. There's a lot of beautiful hot pink stones out there, but I love when they give you a lot of red and this kind of searing color. So we have that on the way for you. And the big Tanzanite I mentioned is the round. So very cool. You get great cutting. You get a really unusual cut and a really bright neon red flash coming through. There's the round. Oh, yeah. That's hard to miss. What do you think? That's a beauty. And that one's going to be heavily discounted tonight for you so that you can have one of those museum reserve rounds if you so choose. Plus, the markdown on the yellow diamond that I have is the 3 carat in the radiant cut. And if you love diamonds, chances are one of the big reasons you love diamonds is because of their brilliance. Look at this radiant. That is the most, by far, hands down, most brilliant stone we have. Not to mention the size being one of our largest at 3 carats, but the radiant cutting is what sets it off. So we will have that one for you as well. The Conch Pearl is just a major, major discount. Call me on the Zambaran, it's $888. And then we do have a really cool Congolese tourmaline. I mentioned the wheel coming up, the blue grains. Do you realize they can be an array of colors, even out of the Congo, like this really intense kind of rich honey auburn color? And we've got 112, 6219, just getting it all polished up. And there is that richer color. If you're collecting the colors of tourmaline, well, it could be a lifetime task. And you still might never, ever get every color of tourmaline because there are literally thousands. But if we are to just break it down to like maybe the top 5, certainly anything in the orangey golden color are going to be super rare. That is what you're getting here. But it's out of that newer source and newer find in the Congo, out of the Congo, which we enjoy, that are usually the blue greens, and we love those as well. But this is so exquisite. It's a 113 pear shape. It does have the 53 points in the diamonds, and we got a new markdown on this one as well, so that it's affordable to experience what these rare, rare Congolese are all about. Now that's got that color we love, diamonds as well, 53 points there. Let's give it away. Quick little look at it on the hand here so you can see what that pear shape's all about, and then on it goes for less than $1,000 and $999. We're making this one affordable even for, let's say it was a 53 point empty semi-mount. Let's say there was nothing in the middle, just diamonds, nothing else. 53 points in solid gold is going to be more than $999 today and every day going forward here. Well, we're going to take it a lot lower than that and not have you pay $888 or $799. It is a one-color situation. It's 777 to get that rare, rare color of Congo out to you. And don't forget about our Zambaran, one of the rare garnets out there out of Tanzania. And then we have that beautiful orangey golden. A little wheel coming up that's going to include Scapolite. We've got one big Scapolite today that's really exciting, and a yellow diamond. And then that big round, if you just want to say the word and say that round, instantly had me at hello. Well, that round, 1678 with the big diamond weight coming up shortly, or you can just say, show it to me now. We've got a great value on another necklace coming up. I'm going to move quickly so we can get to a lot of great jewelry because that's something we really want to prioritize here in the next couple of days. Take a look at this. It's going to be our ruby necklace, and this one is very simple and elegant, but makes a statement at the same time because it's a rare cut, the rarest, actually, the rarest of all, in cuts of rubies. And anything beyond oval is considered rare and ruby. This is 1124458, and it's our 64-point emerald cut ruby out of Burma. That is very, very important, number one, because of its size and its cutting. Emerald cut is rare. The blues coming through, which are just lovely. That's really the epitome of what Burma's about. You get the diamonds. Now, there's first a baguette, then the rounds, then more rounds in the bail, and that's going to lead up. But it's simple and elegant. Then we're going to throw in the chain, which is really exciting. Now, 2 points in diamonds, I'm not sure if that's possible because look at that. You've got more than 1 pointers there, and I see more than 2 diamonds. So again, maybe they're talking, I don't know, funny business there, but it's, again, let's say a minimum. And I think that might explain why this one has such a deep discount, is because a lot of those diamonds are probably not factored in to this incredible price tag I have for one collar. Now, it does stand yellow. We're throwing in the chain, as I mentioned, but that's also got adjustability, and it's not just some simple chain either. It's actually got a lobster claw closure. It has adjustability to it as well. I'm going to show you from a distance away what it's all about because you need to see that too. I mean, the chain just as important as ever these days, right? And to get something like that, look at that diamond cutting all the way through. Look how pretty that length is. Now let me show you the back because this is where you're going to have Again, really important. So versatility here with your lobster claw, 16, 17, and 18 inches in length. But it really is all about that Burma ruby. And I might as well get a ruler in here so you can see the length of the actual pendant itself. It's not large, it's not oversized. It's not what I would call the statement piece in necklaces, but you know why that's good? It's because you can wear it all the time. And whether that's a July birthstone that's meaningful for you, or you just enjoy the king of all gemstones. Well, that's it right there at 5/8 of an inch top to bottom on the actual pendant. Here's what it looks like on the neckline, so you can just see a real life example of what that's gonna look like when you put it on your neckline. But it's got a much better price than $9.99. First caller gets it. And remember, you can take it off the chain and use that very versatile chain for a lot of your other yellow gold pendants. And of course, it's a really lovely chain in that it's got all that diamond cutting to it as well. So let's show it one more time, and then I think we're gonna get that conch pearl up here because you know that's being requested already. Let's make this one only $499 instead. Ruby pendant, diamonds, chain, everything for $499, but there is only one, and that may be spoken for. Then we might as well bring it out. The conch pearl, the collectible of all collectibles, the best of organic stones out there. I mean, it really is the rarest of all the organic stones because that only includes a handful of them anyways, the pearls, the coral, and that's about it, right? What else comes from a living organism? But conch pearl is one of them, and we're going to show that next. And if you'd like that ruby necklace, it's altogether one heck of a value. And like I said, you can ignore what's happening worldwide on gold and the marketplace that we do not dictate, of course, but we have the power to make our jewelry whatever price we want to. And our whole passion is making sure everything is affordable enough so that it goes out to you, so that there's nothing that you have to sit back and go, oh no, well, I can't afford gold anymore. Yes, you can. You just need to know where to go and where to shop. So that's our ruby piece. Does anyone have that one yet? I'll move along knowing that one's obviously going to go. And then here it is, the pretty conch pearl that has interesting because it's got a little bit of like an ombre color by Mother Nature. We don't paint that on, obviously that's natural through and through, but that's really attractive the way that platinum is done with that conch pearl, where there's a softer, like a true shell pink, which is interesting because we talk about the queen conch shell from which these stones are derived. They grow actually inside the big queen conch shell, which is the sea snail shell. And they are very seldom found, but you've got your 212 in the oval, and then you've got another 88 points in the diamonds as well, which are huge white diamonds first, and then you see they place some extra diamonds there at the intersection of the others. So you've got the bigger stones and the smaller stones all put together to make a really complete and very beautiful, very wide frame or halo. It's going to be item number 7139. This is our conch pearl at 212 in size. That's a very cool stone. I love these softer pinks into the darker. It's almost like it ombres just within the same stone. You see the lighter colors up top and in the corner, and then how it gets a little deeper in the shade that's through the sides. Again, there have been so many of these great stones, and we've been lucky enough and fortunate enough to bring several in the larger sizes. What they usually do, though, we know that any conch pearl is considered really rare. It doesn't matter if it's teeny tiny. It can be, and a lot of times, let's also face it, a lot of times if you do manage to find them elsewhere, they're not usually measured with a carat weight. Usually they just are measured in a millimeter size. So let's consider that we know the carat weight, and a lot of times they're going to be considered 10 and 20 points or large. This is where you're getting over the 2 carat size, which only 2 exist here in our inventory that are larger, but those come with that much higher price tag. So I love that we're making this affordable. Actually, it's got a new discount, a new drop in price to make it even easier and better. Let's take a look at it and blow it out. It's not going to be, and I love that it's not going to be $79.99 any longer. We are in this frame of mind and have been for months now where we've taken these rare stones that we're so blessed to have, and we are truly blowing them out for you. And that's the case here. And it is an incredible value for any of them. And this is it. This is the moment, one only. Obviously, we're going to try it on the hand. Even the band of platinum actually sweeps through. So you see it's not centered up and straight on through. It's not a little narrow band. It's got that nice wider, almost ribbon effect that goes through it. And here's what it looks like on the hand. And that's what you can have. Boy, it's got a great feel and heft. Platinum usually does. Platinum's a very dense metal, so you get a lot of feel, meaning you get a lot of weight to your ring, no matter what size you're choosing. I mean, right now it's only a size 7 or 8, and it's really, again, got a great, comfortable, heavy feeling. But again, classic style, no longer $79.99. We've got the one. And the one alone, and it will be going in a hurry here, no doubt about it. Here's your close-up look at it. And we will make this one all natural stone. Remember how rare these are in any regard. It's so tough to get. Anything in these bigger sizes, anything in that color, the big diamonds are there, and we're going to make it better than $79.69 or $59.99. It's never happened on a 2 carat 12. Thrilled we have it with those bigger diamonds as well. 88 points, significant as it is, but really it's how we get there. The bigger individual stones you have, we're going to make it better than even 5,000 or 4,000. And at $39.99, that one is sure to go. But we're actually going even lower than that, and I'll make it $2,999 for just one caller tonight. And that'll be that. Let me know on the $4.99 ruby necklace as well, because that one I think is still hanging out if you'd like to get it. So you can still grab that if you'd like to, or anything else you'd like to request. Obviously, we're all ears when it comes to requests all the time. We're going to do our top of the hours, 35 minutes away is our first of the night. And then we have, oh yeah, 2 Tanzanite deals, emerald cut and round. The round, you saw the big version. We also have a more affordable 2 carat 60 in the round that is dazzling. Take a look at that. That's a preview of what is still to come in this show. Really thrilled and excited about that one, making that affordable so that it's not too late to get you what you need in a blue wing black D. All right, and then we have that Mahenge spinel, almost 2 carats in the size of the Mahenge, which is really extraordinary. And then I bet you that yellow diamond, with the markdown I have on the yellow diamond tonight, the 3-carater, that one's going to find its happy home. And then here we go with $29.99 Conch pearl. Let's also take a look just the inside, just to show you here how it's finished, so to speak. There's a nice rounded base, or get just kind of a basket base there that you get with that stone that makes it really fabulous. And it's only one at $29.99, so I thought we'd show that early. Here's the Kunzite that I just find so remarkable. This is one of those that I'll never again, I just will never look at Kunzite the same anywhere else, and you don't need to either, really, if you're not into the lighter pinks, which they usually are. Here's how you get a really important stone where it's just all out purple. And I know if I'm seeing it here on my monitor and in person the way I am, that is that beautiful, rich, totally neon. Forget about a light, barely there pink. A pastel, yeah, that's not it. It's anything but, and it's the most neon variety. It's also going to be item number 7380 with a 1221 carat weight and size to it. So that's an extraordinary example with those rich purple colors and the blues to go with it as well. But it's really about the color and the size. And then, of course, emerald cuts, aren't they supposed to be a little more pale through the middle? Of course they are. That's just a natural way the stone works. And then I just noticed a little, do you guys notice a little thread on the outside? So there, now it's all cleaned up and ready to go. But that's what it looks like with the trapezoids done on the sides. And can you imagine if those were one big trapezoid diamond in a fancy cut, how extraordinarily much money you'd have to pay to get that. Here's what it looks like. So you get that look of single individual diamonds, but they're done in pave rounds, bigger pave rounds at that. You've got that really serious color. That is just a good looking stone. And to get Kunzite at this price, we're marking it down. Everything's got to go tonight. It's really a weekend of must go. So we're really just kind of like we've used to do, like wheels here and there of must go pieces. This is really a whole weekend of must goes. And so you're in for a major, major treat. But again, if you like Kunzite and you love an emerald cut, it's a glamorous, elegant way to do an emerald cut. But let's keep in mind, not usually this saturated through and through. The center is usually where you're going to be seeing a lot of lightness, a lot of openness. So it almost looks like a paler color in the middle. That's not the case here. So you've got a good one, and it's going to be better than $49.99. We got a huge discount coming your way. Who would like the Kunzite of a lifetime here? That is the question. And do not be shy about dialing it early, because you know pieces go oftentimes before we even get down to the final price. So that's telling when you're saying yes and then you end up paying a lower price than you even agreed to, and it's going to be better than $49 or half of that at $2,500. This is where, and I speak for the one piece that I bought myself here is a Kunzite many, many, many years ago. And I usually just buy for gifts. At this point, I've got every piece of jewelry I think I could ever want, wish, or hope for. So at this point, I buy mostly for jewelry gifting ideas for loved ones and friends. But I got to say, it is still a prize in my collection. And that was a Kunzite from a different parcel many years ago. The Kunzites have stepped up. And if you can get an emerald cut that has that saturation, it tells you everything about that quality of that stone. It's not even $19.99. So there's some serious drops. You've already been seeing them all night long. And we're going to make that better. Actually, $18.88 if you'd like to get that Kunzite in the stunning emerald cut design that is just, it's special. It really is. It's got all the colors we want. When you see it up actually really directly into the light, you see these beautiful, just awesome sheets of color that you get there, all the way through, and that is just hard to deny. And they get a little more pink and a little more red and a little more blue as well all the way throughout. So that's very, very special, and only one at $18.88 for a 12, 21, and then you've got your 46 points in the diamonds. And then how about it, that big, big, big Mahenge spinel we have, 2 carats almost. Aqua is here, actually same mounting, but aqua, emerald cut. This month's birthstone. What do you think about that? We could show you right here. Why not? They pair up nicely together, I would say. Which one do you like? Or if you love the mounting, see how this one becomes a little more elongated? And same thing goes. Here's another stone that's traditionally very light. Look at that aqua. That aqua is as bright a neon as you have pinks and purples in the Kunzite. That one's going to be 11273.98. I mean, I'll just leave that in the background for you to think about and peruse, but maybe that's going to be the aqua you've always wanted in that stunning emerald cut. Well, it's our 10 carat 51 emerald cut. That also has 46 points in diamonds. The mounting is the same. It's just a slightly more elongated, so it's got a little more height to it in that emerald cut. But again, what do you expect? When you got aqua, you expect to see little to no color. And this 10 carat 51 is just awesome. And there it is, glowing brightly. That's no special effect. That's just the way the step cutting works with the light. You'll see that at home. You'll see it when it's on your hand. The 46 points in diamonds are still that trapezoid made up of the rounds. Here's what it looks like on, boy, give me one of each, and I am a satisfied, happy jewelry collector right there. They're beautiful, aren't they? But that's really what it's about. Those bright blue aquas, again, something about aquas that I think a lot of us pass over when we just think, aqua, I could take it or leave it. But when you see the Sierra Santa Marias, it takes a blue beryl. If you're just kind of ambivalent towards the blue barrels, I think the Sierra Santa Marias will put you over the top. And we're going to make it only, well, this one is a little bit more because the aquas and the Sierra Santa Marias get to be $60,000 and $70,000 a carat when you find them, especially in a 10.5 carat size, which I believe to be our largest in jewelry as far as rings go. Pendants, we can probably get you a slightly larger stone, but in the aquas, you can't deny that's a special piece. And all you have to do is dial in. Let me know which one's your favorite. Do you like the Kunzite? Do you like the aqua? It's up to you, but we're going to do the aqua for, you know what? It's got an $18,000 price tag. We'll take it way lower for you. Already brought the Kunzite under $2,000. Going to make the aqua even better. That's obviously a huge step up in the quality of that stone, and to get that kind of liveliness to it is really important. We're going to make the aqua only $39.99 if you'd like to get the aqua. And this month's birthstone. So for those that celebrate a birthday in the month of March, there is your best way to go. So Kunzite or aqua, you tell me. They're two different prices, obviously, but they share the same mounting and the same beautiful cutting and big, big size. So $18.88 in the Kunzite. The aqua is only going to be the $39.99, and that's just, to me, it's the best looking one we have by far, and even going back to ones we've seen in the past. And then don't forget about the Conch Pearl. The Conch Pearl is only going to be $29.99. Got a quick little wheel of one-of-a-kinds that are also must-go. Don't forget about our Zambaran, the trillion that we had, and also the trillion Rubellite, two in which really kind of mimicked each other. And then we have new diamond earrings, the gold door knocker style, the Congolese wheel coming up of discounts, 2 incredible blue zircons, yellow diamond, 3 carat. I mean, you name it, we got it. There's even a rare stone that I've never seen before. Never seen it. 24 plus years in, and I've never seen the stone we're about to look at. Let's just show it to you. Let's play the guessing game. It's Friday night. It's Club TVON. Let's show it to you. I've never seen it before, ever. Never have seen an example like this. Never thought we would ever get something quite like this. It's 7955. And we see the phenomena. You see the chatoyancy, which is also known as a cat's eye. But tell me something, what do you think that is? Any guesses? We could probably sit here all night for the next 2 hours and 27 minutes and probably not get an accurate guess. Because, well, I never expected we would see this. It's a stone we usually have in a faceted material that are not cabochon cut. The cabochon cut is what's bringing out the cat's eye, but this is 7955, it's 18 karat, and it's really feeling like this great braided figure 8 design. It's heavy, first of all. This feels so designer. The second I saw it, I just thought, well, kind of feels like a lynx ring, but a little bit more of a, instead of a smoother curve link, it's got a little more pronounced point to it. Those are burnished diamonds into the side, 6 of them on each side, and that's all 18 karat solid yellow gold. Now, this is one thing that, again, it's actually, I'll give you a little hint, and it's probably going to give it away, but still may not. Because if I tell you it's the birthstone for the month of October, okay, that narrows it down a bit. Narrows it down to 2 families, 2 categories, 2 families of gems. What are y'all thinking? I bet everybody's going, oh, I know what it is. It's that, what's it called? That yellow tourmaline that's called jonite, right? But with a cat's eye. And you would be wrong. It's not jonite. It's actually, can you believe it? It's an opal. It's an opal. I have never seen a cat's eye opal in my life. We know opals are phenomenal. They usually have the play of color, right? Crystal opals, black opals, they have something called play of color. This is a fire opal that has a chatoyant cat's eye effect. And obviously we're used to seeing a lot of those cherry reds, those really intense red opals. This is an opal, no less. It's the traditional color fire opal, which is more of that golden yellow tone. Let's take a look at it. I love it. It's going to be a really cool bezel setting too to wrap around it. I think that's really cool the way that looks. It's awesome, isn't it? That's a really fun designer piece in a rarity of a gem. And it's going to be a huge size. It's an 831. And then the diamond weight, we also have that. 17 points in diamonds, all burnished in. I bet you. Yeah, that's not one we saw coming, right? First ever. I guess we could call it for that reason a double phenomena stone, right? Technically, fire opal's still a phenomena stone, but they don't really have the play of color typically. They're just going to be in that golden yellow to orange to red. But this is more of that orangey hue. I want to show it on because it's really about also seeing the size perspective. Wow, that is, it's quite pronounced the way it sits off the hand too. This is not a thin little link. It's got a really good thickness and depth to it. Something we have not seen. Very, very rare. If anybody would like it, we got to take the $169,000 price and get rid of it. I know it's rare and I know it's special and I know nobody saw that coming. We did not tune in tonight thinking, wonder if she'll have a cat's eye fire opal in a big size. It just is really tremendous. And if anybody would like it, a collector out there perhaps, we'll take it under $10,000 and make it $99.99 and send it on out for our cat's eye fire opal. It just goes to show you. I love that about, it's one of my favorite aspects about, being here with you guys is the fact that every night you tune in, either every day you tune in, whether it's a daytime show, an evening show, every show that you're here with us, you're going to see things that you may not have anticipated, whether that be a great value and price tag. Maybe it's a really, really rare stone that you've not seen. Maybe it's just a design that really kind of sets your heart aflutter. That's really what's so cool about being with us is that you're going to see things that you wouldn't expect. And that is one of them. And actually, if you'd like it, let's make it even better. I'll take it down to $5,999 instead. So if we do have a collector, we can make it even more attainable. Really make it accessible to that one collector out there who says, yep, that's what I don't have or what I've been missing, or maybe you've heard about it or read about it, but you've never actually seen one. This is a thrill to bring you something as rare as that is, and we're so excited that it's here for you. So one to think about, and just again, $59.99, so I took an extra $4,000 off that price to make sure that hopefully it goes. And then here we are with, I don't think we need to wait much longer on this big Tanzanite. And not everything's going to be super expensive. Obviously, we've got plenty of affordable, but there are certain pieces that need to be seen and need to be really loved on, like I know you will if you are into the best of the best. And without having to spend enormous amounts, and this is really the top grade, and I know there's only a handful of stones left. I get that, and we are about to say farewell to our Blue Wing Block D Museum Reserves, so the very best that we've ever had have come out to play. And here is the one to own if you are somebody who enjoys a fancy cut, a round, a bigger size, one that still, I've had a couple big sizes lately, and a lot of you had concerns about, well, it sits too high off the hand. This one does not. And there were a couple big, Escher cuts and whatnot. This one still, it has the basket. Obviously, you have to have a pavilion to cut the round. Any stone's going to have depth to it. So we make sure that it's lifted up high enough to give it the proper setting to make way for that pavilion. But then you see the diamonds that are actually going to be pavated to the sides. And then kept it really classic here with the halo. The item number is 8052. And it is a 16 karat 78 round. 1678. How about that? Nearly 17 carats, 14 karat gold, and a halo with the diamonds down the sides. That's going to be a carat 18 as well. So you're getting quite a bit all the way around here in your gold weight. Your red flashes are coming through as they should. It would never have been a museum reserve if it wasn't really prominent with the red flashes. And all we need to do right now is get you the great value and send it out. It kind of feels like our disco ball, but better because The disco ball may not be something that is going to be something you can carry and tote portably with you. This one you can, and we'll show it to you on the hand here as well. Boy, that's a great cut. See how it's a Portuguese? You can see the Portuguese cutting, but when it's bigger like this, and we actually did a more modified Portuguese, so we kind of doubled up on the Portuguese faceting, so it really gives you some wow factor. Here's what it looks like on the hand, and again, far too large and a ring size on me. We size it for you. That's why. Again, we don't want you to have it run around town when you're excited to get it home and excited to open that box. We don't want you to have to run around town and spend more money and spend your precious time getting something sized. It makes more sense to me to just have it arrive ready to wear in your size. This one's not my size. It's 2 sizes too big for me. It's a 7.5, but if that's your size, it's ready to go. Otherwise, we size it for you, not a big deal. But the point is, when you do have it properly suited and sized for you, it sits perfectly centered up on that hand. It doesn't wobble, it doesn't move, it's not top heavy. You could even stack around it if you want to, because there is some elevation to that basket work. And then of course you see the diamonds down the sides. But this is supposed to be $19,999 and now it will not be. And that truly is as lively and breathtaking as it gets in the Blue Wing Block D. And we're gonna bring it down below $99.99. There is, reminder, only one. And in the big rounds and rings, that's as large as it gets. There's nothing larger. We have one larger and it's in a pendant. That would be it. And that one's gonna be a more substantial price tag because it's about a 30 carat. This one certainly brings you, it's a small stone, but it's got that 17 carat that we're still bringing way down in price tag for you so that it is attainable. That's really what we are here to do, is no matter how important or how rare or how exotic that stone is, we have to make it attainable for you, and that's exactly what's happening right now. It's not going to be $99.99 either. Got a great value. And Jason, did you have any questions about anything, or are they okay? So we just got some people asking about different things from the show so far, and here's your chance to pick up a big old Tanzanite that's not going to be $9,000 or even $89.99, and it's a 17 carat almost with a ton of diamond weight. So now we're talking about quite the value here already, and let's make it even better. One caller gets it for $8,499. So a big piece coming to the rescue here. If you've wanted one of our better, larger, impressive, and rare cuts, the premium cutting of the round brought together in this amazing example of design, classic as it is, yes, but still with that custom-made mounting to go around it. We got a quick wheel coming up on discounts, but had to show that on the early side for those of you who are true Tanzanite lovers. That would be probably the pinnacle of anybody's collection. And I know there are many of you that have it collected at this point, more than one, but still that one's going to be a really tough one to top as far as color, quality, size, cutting, everything, not to mention the way it's set. So that'll be $84.99. Okay, a quick little wheel of one of a kinds that we're going to just blast on out of here. Emerald is first. Let's take a look at this. Here's the emerald in this really stunning, exotic, and almost a square emerald cut. So again, almost an asher, but still emerald cut. That's one option with the baguettes and the rounds on the sides. And that emerald's a good size. It's a 75 pointer. I also happen to have, though, I've got a beautiful round. This is Bring Out the Rare Cut Day. I've got the round in the gold quartz. That's going to be a nice size stone. That's going to be a 218 on the gold quartz with these great bookends of pave in diamonds and gold. And then I also have the rare of the rare Scapolite. So it's a trio. They're all going to be the same price. 2 of them out of the 3 stay as they are. That's going to be the platinum and the emerald on the left. That stays in platinum. And then the middle, which is going to be also that really beautiful gold quartz, that's going to be staying in the yellow gold. The Scapolite, you have the option to go ahead and change. And maybe we'll drop the disco ball for just a moment so we can see all 3 really, really well, because it's just the perfect way to have a trio here, all side by side. But look how pretty that Scapolite emerald cut is. So we have to have a little powwow here on a Friday night as we're getting close to our hour number 2. On Friday night, in which there are only 3 hours, and these are one of a kinds, and when they go, they will be gone. So we understand that, we know that, but these are where they're all going to go. Remember, 2 out of the 3 stay in the metal color they're in. Then, of course, the Scapolite's the rarest of the 3, really. They're all extremely rare, but some stones you know of because you've heard of them, like emeralds. We know of that stone. We know how rare they are. We know how the challenge with emeralds is not getting an emerald. It's about getting quality emerald, and that's what we have here with the bright clarity you're seeing, the bigger baguettes and rounds you get. The round gold quartz, also more unique, great pattern of natural 24 karat precious metal within the quartz stone. That's in the round. You get that one stays in the yellow, and then of course your Scapolite. It's rare to find the gorgeous Scapolites in a purple color. Usually they can be a little brown or colorless. So there's a big variety of different colors you can get. The purple are the rares of the bunch. Let's take a look at all three. They're going to be an amazing price tag. So remember, you want to dial in on the early side, and that's the one where you do change the gold color if you want to. We usually see our Scapolites in white, so that might be something you want to do or consider. But they're no longer going to be $29.99 a piece. Got a remarkable value here, and again, you get the sizing for free. The gold color change on the Scapolite is for free, and then we'll ship it out to your door for free, and you still have a money-back guarantee no matter how low I go on these price tags. But again, we gotta move some jewelry. So instead of even 29 or 19, that's not it. We're going significantly lower than that. Happy Friday, one and all. TGIF to you. Glad you're with us tonight. We have a better than $9.99 deal as well. So we can just about as good as say goodbye to all three. The question is, which one of the three do you want? Or you know what your value would be to get all three, because the savings on each one is to the point where you could get all three and actually spend less than you normally would for one. We've all heard of BOGOs and buy one, get one free. This is a buy one, get two free if you choose to, compared to where they were originally speaking. And we're not doing $9.99 either. So tell me, do you want the emerald and platinum, the gold quartz and the yellow gold, or the Scapolite in your favorite gold color? Whichever one you want. The Scapolite, by the way, is a 188, so that's no small stone. This is the 2 carat plus. It's our 2 carat 18. This is the 75-point emerald. Diamond weights are as follows. You've got the diamond weight here at 47. You've got the diamond weight here at 3 points, and here's 29 points in diamonds in that more Art Deco style. And just for the record here, Tim, before you sell them, let's make them another 50 bucks off. I'll make them $9.49. Which one do you want? Emerald is gone. Do you already have it? Let me try it on the hand for you. It looks like the emerald is gone. Jason, you tell me which one you're thinking about. Here's the emerald on the hand for your caller, Tim. That is item number 112, 6833, and that one is spoken for. Stays in the platinum. There's your 75-point Colombian emerald with the diamond weight at 47 points and all bigger stones, I might add. So a really good way to go. Now we have two left. The gold quartz round, which is the 2 carat plus, that's a 218, or you can get the Scapolite, almost 2 carats, but a 188 is the carat weight there in the emerald cut. Okay, so we'll give him 30 seconds, then we got to go. Top of the hour is 15 minutes away. The big Mahenge is coming out. It has to be here in the first hour because we're going to have fights over it. It's just Mahenge that's supposed to be over 15,000. Actually, it's actually more than that. It's supposed to be 17,000. We're going to get it down to a price you will not believe. So we have the 2 carat Mahenge coming up next, and there are last two of this must-go wheel. So gold quartz round or the Scapolite. Here's the Scapolite on the hand. It's a good one. It's got a nice big size at 188. That's so rare to find. Clean Scapolite, great color. You see it's got those bright purples and periwinkle blues and lavenders. It's like a lilac, but better. And look at how bright that stone is. 188 is the center stone size. It does have 29 points in diamonds as well. You let me know if you like the Scapolite or the gold quartz. Yes. Gold quartz is already gone, so it leaves us with the most rare of the bunch. I'm going to try on the gold quartz here for you. 7791 is gone as well. That's going to be the round 218 with the diamond accents on the sides at 3 points. Stays in yellow. That is sold. Let's go back to our one and only here left on this wheel, and we're not leaving it here. Take a good close-up look at it. We'll give you 7388 as the item number so you can see the graphics visually. It does have those larger bezel set diamonds on the side amongst the pave, and the total diamond weight there is 29 points along with your carat 88, rare as can be. Scapolite, you just want to be a little more cautious when you do wear it because it's a little softer stone than some. But again, it's a gemstone. I think we treat all of our jewelry hopefully in a precious way. We don't want to beat up our jewelry too bad. Obviously, you can put certain things through the paces like diamonds and sapphires and rubies, but I think you want to be careful when you wear your fine jewelry. Just be a little more cautious when you wear that one. But it's $9.49. Yes. Yeah, who's that? Okay, Vicky says, let me take a pic. All right. You want to see it up close, I assume? You got it. With the item number, go ahead, 7791. There you go, Vicki. That's your new gold quartz. I love that. Gold going right through the center, like on a diagonal. But then you've got other veining as well, that 24 karat gold that's going to go pure throughout. Really kind of like a backdrop of the gold. And then where it meets the surface there, it gets all that mirror shine. So that one was awesome. And that was 3 points in diamonds on the sides. And our Scapolite is still here if you'd like to get the really gorgeous emerald cut Scapolite. So we are getting a pic of that one, and then it's Mahenge time. The big one's here, and it's classic. You know, I feel like if you're getting a stone like this that's really super rare, you probably want to keep it on the classic side. Here it is, the ultimate in Mahenge spinel, and one that really truly belongs in a museum. Now, it's not just the museum Tanzanites that are on reserve to go on display and travel through, you know, exhibits around, you know, the world in museums. It's actually stones like this too that we've been hoarding a bit because, well, we love them and we love bringing you rare, but 1117856 is getting its last moment on the air right now. because there's a well-known museum that also has one of our blue wing block Ds on display as we speak. They also requested this very stone. So having seen, because remember, it's a show that you can now see from, worldwide perspectives when you broadcast online, as we have our online streams available to basically anywhere around the world. We have curators who do watch the show, sometimes have to get up in the middle of the night to do it, or check back on a feed from later. But there are a lot of museum curators who are taking and keeping a close eye on what we have here, and really kind of feel like at this point, since they got a blue wing, they feel like cherry picking their favorites. This is one that is in demand, and quite frankly, it's been here a while. It's got an older item number. It's 1117856. So we're going to just give it one more time on the air and blow it out, because we still feel passionate. The reason we do this is to share the best in gemstones with you all at home. It's really the idea of, people, shopping networks get a bad rap, right? Because everyone thinks it's all plastic jewelry and faux and fake and lab grown and whatnot. And that's probably, for a better part of what we're seeing here, for the better part of the last couple of years, we're seeing a lot more lab grown take over in the world of diamonds. But we are believers that we want to share the rarest of the rare, the things you could not buy in a store, no matter what the budget says, things that really are not truly accessible to anybody else, no matter what kind of budget you have, no matter what royal family you might not belong to. These are pieces that are here on display to bring you rarity that even folks like that don't have access to. That's really the privilege we have. This is one of them, but very in demand. 1 carat 97 Mahenge spinel, of course. Let's also remind you this is the spinel out of only one source. This particular color only was found in Tanzania, one mine, 2007, so not all that long ago. And bright, beautiful 2 carats, almost an amazing clarity in color. 179 is the diamond weight, so that's also tremendous. Big diamond weight. Finishing through the inside of the white gold. It does have to stay in the white gold, so there's no changing the gold color, but I don't think you ever would want to, because we have seen 99.9% of our Mahenges in the white gold, and it's beloved. Look at the clarity, though. I want you to look past that under gallery, look through that centerpiece, and look at the clarity of that stone. It is not a routinely clean stone. It usually could have a little bit of a haze or a fogginess to it. Now, granted, we cherry pick the stones, so we always see the better. But even in small sizes, like 10 points, 20 points, 30 points, they're pricey because they're rare. And we are going to go ahead and blow out the biggest and best we have in the rare of the rare if you want to be, again, on a little more of a budget and you want to keep it classic, because this is the way you do it. This is no doubt a classic style with the double halo. It's all in white diamonds. Then what we did was we pavé the sides. So instead of just one little row of diamonds, you're getting the pavé, so it makes it a wider anchor to the center double halo and the center stone, which are just, it's a beautiful stone. It's a beautiful stone, even if you take away everything we know about the rarity of the stone. If you put that all to the side, it's one of the rarest and most beautiful bright neons. Watch this. If we block the light, look how much more neon it becomes. So all we need to do right now is give it the price of a lifetime. It started at $17,999 and then came down to $15 and $13, and it's been hovering at $13 for a long while. Now we've got this rarity that's going to one collector and one caller, and let's make sure you see it on the hand first. You know about that under gallery, you know about the white gold. The only thing we really need to know is your ring size, whatever you desire there, but it's a really beautiful stone. Look at that, still enough light and clarity through it where when it moves even slightly, you get that really cool effect. It's like a waterfall of hot molten pink fuchsia lava running through that stone. It really is a beauty, and it's not going to be even $3,999. So far, it's more affordable than a lot of our under 1 carats have been historically, and it will not be $39.99. We just dropped it over, $10,000 off the lowest price. And now we take it even lower because that's what we're here to do on a Friday night. Make even the most rare, exotic, beautiful stones, prized gemstones, affordable for you. And obviously, when I say you, there's only one caller that will ever get it, one caller that will have it. Amazing diamond weight at almost 2 carats, and that is no mounting. That is not, it's not inexpensive to do. It is really one of the pricier mountings we deliver. It's only been here with a couple stones. The 213 yellow diamond being one recently. A 1 carat plus Paraiba also recently. And what else? Ruby, a museum unheated private collection ruby. It only houses the better stones that we have. And now you're getting it for less than $39.99. So welcome into Friday. It's our last couple of minutes of this hour. If you need a better value, you're in luck. You're getting exactly that. If you needed that little extra whatever it is, that little voice that tells you this is going to be the better value and this is the one to get and this is the one to shop on, and then check it out, see it at home, make sure it's the one for you. Well, this extra discount should absolutely make it yours, because it's not even going to be $39 or $38 or $37.99. So now it's just getting downright too cheap. Because I say that literally, it's less than the price of the mounting. So maybe I should have started this show a little differently tonight. Probably should have came on the air at 5 o'clock Pacific time and said, I am giving away a 2-carat Mahenge spinel for free tonight. Because that's exactly what is happening on this ring right now, is that this 2-carat stone is free. There's no way to buy this 2-carat mounting for that price, and we're going to take it even lower than $37.99. So one caller gets it. Come on in early if you'd like to have it, because no, it is not going to last, and it's not $37.99 either. It's $37.77. And yes, that will go. It has to go, because that's a collector's stone that is at a museum level that, again, the museum would really like to have, that is not a museum price tag. It's not even a regular TVON price tag, where that started at $18,000. And now we've just brought it even lower for you. So $37.77, that is a small price to pay for a stone that is that collectible and that high end. And we'll give it 30 seconds, then we got to move. We've got just a few minutes left till our top of the hour. And don't hesitate to call on that Scapolite, because that one's still here, or the big Tanzanite, or the big Kunzite, or the big aqua, because we got some really good pieces that are still hanging out, because hey, it's Friday night. I get that. It's Friday night. And there's also, remember, the cat's eye fire opal that we had for the very first time. And then what do you say we get to that top of the hour? Aqua pendant for the big top of the hour, the Sierra Santa Maria aqua, in a pendant that's very affordable. So that's going to be here, and I'll give you a little sneak peek. There's the aqua. Loving that one. It looks like that true kind of pool water color, that gorgeous, just bright, just sky blue intense. And then we've got diamond stiletto earrings are here. Thank you. That is sold. Congratulations. And I'm sorry for everyone who missed out, because I'm seeing a lot of busy lines. The delay is a big one today. Let's take a look at this yellow diamond that we have for you. This is my other prize of the show as far as value. It was the Mahenge spinel, and now it's the yellow diamond. And that yellow diamond is the single best value we have in a 3-carat yellow diamond. And we've got a few lately. Thank you. Who are these for? Renee. Renee, we got a quick earring for you here. Really quickly, actually, I'll just hold that thought in the diamond. Let's show Renee her earrings here. And I'm so sorry for everybody who missed on the Mahenge. Please dial early. Things are going to get busy as the night progresses. I like to sit these up because it just gives you a better idea of what they look like when they're on the ear. And I actually have the white, gold, and the yellow, and there are 2 ways to wear them. And usually they sit up for me, but now they're spinning and twirling. It's like they got the memo about Club TVON, and they're doing a full-on breakdance here. But there they are, and yep, that one's not going to stay. All right, so we'll do it the traditional way. And you guys will have to remember that they sit up vertically, okay? So it's a hoop earring that is reversible. Renee, I don't know if you're into reversible jewelry, but this is one of the most cool reversible styles that we do. And I'll show you with the diamonds up top, and I also have the yellow gold to show you as well. So that's helpful to see what the yellow gold is like. And they are just, I love these earrings. They're casual, but they're bold. And I think at this point, that's what a lot of us are looking for. Give me a lot of gold weight. Give me a lot of diamonds. But I want something I can wear every single day if I want to, that doesn't look like the basics that everybody else has. And I think this is it. So there's a left and right design. You decide if you want the diamonds on the inside or outside. As they drop from the ear, it's going to be 111-6890, and that's an old gold item number. So you get to pay an old gold price, and hallelujah to that. I love that idea. But now you're getting the reversible. So again, there's a great cutout design, as you can see from the overhead, but they truly are reversible. So wear them any way you want. Front, back, if you want to show off diamonds and gold, you go there. And if you want to show off a little like diamond cutout shape, you can go there and just put them in backwards. But 6890, watch this. We'll blow them out. I know this is already going to be very popular. We have a lot of people on the phone lines. I'm going to go ahead and borrow a yellow gold. I'm going to borrow this one because I personally like the diamonds outside of the facial features. I think that looks really good to have the diamonds on the outside. It just shows them off a little bit more, I think. And yet we are going to do a crazy good value. They're hinged on the side. Let me show you the length that they're going to give you. And they're kind of like what I call a squared off oval. So in nail terms, you'd call it a squoval because, you know, when you go to the salon and say, well, I don't know if I want to do square, but I don't really want those rounded. You say squoval, and then they're kind of a squared off oval, right? And that's what this earring is because it's oval in shape and that it's longer than it is wide, but it's got a more squared off type of design to it. And it's 3/4 of an inch in length. This is what it would look like if you do choose to go backwards. Not bad for backwards, right? No, I think that's a pretty cool look on its own. And white, yellow, or rose, we do have the rose gold as well. I'll try them on. They're under $1,000 though, which they would never be in today's day and age and era, but take a look at them on. And by the way, that's the yellow gold, so I know it's hard to see here with all the glare they pick up, but they are in yellow gold, and so that's a really good look. And you can actually see there's a lot of mirror finishing, so you're seeing a lot of reflection and a monitor and a lot of lights that are reflecting in it. But again, that's all just that beautiful high polished gold, and they're really wearable. They're not heavy at all. What I'm going to do, Tony, is flip them and reverse them a little bit so everyone can see what that'll look like. And it's going to be better than $9.99, and I really truly believe this is something you will sometimes put on in reverse and have this cool cutout design as well, and see what you think of that look. Totally different. You would yet never know or never expect that that's the same earring. It looks completely different, and see how the diamond shape is almost bordered by gold. So it's a really cool cutout design. So again, 2 looks in one, and they're not going to be $9.99 or $8.88 or $7.99 or even $7.77. And thank you, Renee, for the request, because I think a lot of people are going to be helped out by this. We'll take another look close up on the white gold here, and then we'll show the yellow gold as well. But they're only going to be $6.99. So big value there, and get as many as you like. And that is old gold pricing, because that's the price they were back when they debuted, which was many moons ago. So you got a great chance to pick them up, and I hope you will very quickly. I love the mirror finishing, and that really is a great look, and it looks bold without being too heavy, without being too overdone, without being too dressy. That's what I think a lot of us are looking for. How do we step outside the box without getting out there to the point where it's no longer considered classic? This is all of those things. So it's a great way to finish off hour number 1 on a Friday night. Thank you for being with us. Jess, who got that Mahenge, by the way? Or I don't know if you're still on the line. I don't mean to. Janice, congratulations. Really? So she already has a different gold color, and she's coming back for the other. I love it. Well, thank you so much. She already has the white. She's coming back for the yellow, or vice versa, but I think it was that way. Tim, what did you have someone miss out on the Mahenge? No. Oh, okay. What were you looking for? What's that? Oh, okay, good. Well, they're $6.99. And we have the top of the hour, which has arrived. 6 o'clock out here on the West Coast. Really good big diamond coming up, the 3-carat. That's our best value on a 3-carat. And anything else you want to request, I hope you will. Jason, are you picking up a pair of earrings as well?
Waiting for the aqua pendant.
You got it. Aqua, boy, they are ready to go. I love the aqua pendant. We're going to show it as the top of the hour. You got it. We'll show you the big aqua pendant on the way. It's 112-6742. Welcome, everybody. A warm welcome to you on a Friday night. Glad you're with us. Happy, happy spring to one and all. And there are the earrings, white, yellow, or rose, or come back and get another color of gold if you'd like to. Here is the aqua pendant. I'm so excited about this. It's Sierra Santa Maria. It's this month's birthstone, which is why we wanted to highlight it, not only as a great pendant choice, but also as a great value. So we can bring it down, make it really affordable on this $149, and then we will have that big yellow diamond coming up. But these were promised as our top of the hour, so here we go. And keep calling on the hoops, by the way. Those will be going out all night long. That's just a mainstay and a classic and a beauty, and we love having them here. So definitely make sure you pick up those hoops if you'd like to. And here's our 1-carat 49 Sierra Santa Maria. Now that's the minimum. If you get a carat 60, don't blame us, okay? They're all the same color and quality. So we want to keep the quality, meaning clarity. Yes, aqua doesn't struggle with clarity much, so that's a given. But you also have amazing color of that Sierra Santa Maria brightest blue color. There's one diamond set right up top, and that's going to be our 5-point. Wait a minute, is it 1 or 2? Because I got 5-point, and that is just 1. Sure enough, or is it 2? I'm struggling to see if that's 2, maybe 2. Okay, so, or it's a reflection of. But you've got a 5-point diamond weight, and the brightest blue aqua, and it's hard, it's so funny because when you get really good aquas, I didn't even notice this, beyond a really nice saturated color, it almost looks like there are diamonds twinkling inside of it because it is so bright. And I don't think of aquas as a highly dispersive stone because technically speaking, it's not really known for that. It's not really diamond-like. Usually if you want sparkle in a blue, you have to go with a blue diamond. Well, good luck finding those. It's really kind of like that perfect mix and match of So it's got really saturated color for aqua, which we love to see, but then it's that really bright. As it moves, you get a lot of spectacular visual. It's very brilliant. It's very diamond-like. You saw what's happening with the color coming through. It's really just sparkling. Wait till you see it from afar. It'll do the same. It's a 5/8 of an inch, top to bottom length, including the bail, and a really good, just a nice little diamond accent, nice way to have a little extra there. And again, welcome to the show. If you just tuned in, my name is Lauren Blair. We've only got 2 hours left tonight. Big weekend ahead. It's our last weekend of 2 shows per weekend. We are going to go back to the way it always was for a decade prior to the last few months. So just a little heads up, like to make those announcements because I know everybody kind of pops in at different times, but this will be our last weekend. So yes, this weekend I will be with you on Saturday in the morning and Saturday in the evening and then Sunday in the morning and Sunday in the evening. After that, though, starting next weekend, only 1 show per day, which is the way it always was, okay? So we're going to have our morning shows, our flagship shows in the morning from 10 to 1. They do not change. There will be no evening show on the weekend, so it'll be 1 weekend, 1 show per weekend, rather. So does that make sense? 1 show per weekend, just the way it always was. It's basically just reverting back to the way it was for nearly a decade here. So let's take a look at this. And so, again, this weekend we'll get you for 2, the double dip on the double header weekend, but after that, back to the mornings only. Back to the mornings or afternoons. We'll call it daytime. $149 on the aqua. This one is going to be better than $9.99. We'll take it even lower. Remember, you do have a choice of your gold colors. So white gold, yellow gold, or rose gold are perfectly fine. And you're going to get a better value than $9.99 or $8.88 or $7.77. I'm making this one ultra affordable because that's what we do. Happy Friday, everybody. Glad you're with us. We affectionately call this show Club TVON. We have an exclusive selection of really big drops to get the weekend started off right. Because remember, this is also that, that nighttime into morning. So it's just like all of our weekend shows just kind of really run together. And we really bring it for that reason. We really just want to, have one show flow into the other and show you what kind of values. And this is really what kicks off the entire weekend party. So let's make it even better than $699. It's only for a couple of you. I've only got a couple stones to go around, therefore only a couple pendants, and maybe you want to have, I even like the idea, by the way, of getting 2, because you could actually use it as a charm and like string it on a hoop earring if you want to, and then it would face outward on the bottom of your hoop. I mean, just thinking out loud here about some of the options you have when it comes to affordable pendants like this. And we'll make it better than $699. It is $599 if you'd like one. And that is a really sizable, best of the best Sierra Santa Maria. And here's what it looks like from a distance. On the hand, I've got a really nice bail. Yes, it's going to work for your DBTYs. So all the folks that love the DBTYs as their favorite pendant chain, you can work that in. Boy, that's a good size there. Here's the actual measurement, top to bottom in the length, which is 5/8 of an inch. Love that. And only $5.99. We'll take it right on over to the neckline. We do traditionally like a white gold selection with our aquas just because it manages to show off the best of the blue colors. But again, totally up to you and your choice there if you want to go yellow or rose gold. But Jason, are you getting, I know you've been waiting patiently for that one to arrive. I think he's got the first one going out. Very well done. And we'll see if anybody else would like one. But back to the reel we'll go at $5.99. All right, so last call on the big Sierra Santa Maria. Top of the hour, Friday night, and happy spring, happy Friday, happy weekend. So glad you're with us. Let us know if you have any requests whatsoever. Those last earrings that we brought out, courtesy of a fabulous request, so thank you and keep those coming. And then we might as well, let me just show you that 3-carat yellow diamond, the most brilliant, the most radiant. It's literally a radiant cut, so we'll see that next and what a value it has. We're not messing around on these. The bigger the piece, the bigger value it gets, the bigger drop, the bigger savings. That's what it's all about as we get all these fabulous pieces home. All right, did you get one, Jason? Who was that?
It was Linda.
Wonderful. Hi, Linda. Where's she calling from tonight?
Georgia.
Okay, wonderful. Thank you so much. Thank you, Linda. All right, so $5.99, back to the yellow diamond. I know we got you a little glimpse on this one and want to show you what that is all about. So this is really helpful if we show it like that, because I know you want to see that right direct look into the center of that stone, but this doesn't even look like it could possibly be a real cut and a real facet pattern because they're usually not this brilliant. This is when you take a radiant, and I'll tell you, there's something that happens when you see a brilliant cut. And we see brilliance often with rounds, but what we like to do, whether it's a pear shape, a cushion cut, an oval, is we usually incorporate brilliant cuts for those traditional cuts as well. And this is really extraordinary. Oh my goodness. Well, I'm sorry, Tracy. I don't mean to we don't want any tears shed. No, she said, it's my dream ring. It's my dream ring. She says she's crying right now. I know it is, you know what? It's got a new mark down though. So I don't know if it's going to be any easier, but it's mine. I'm right there with you. It's definitely, because I'm super sparkle obsessed and just no question about it. So diamonds, truth be told, don't always give you a lot of sparkle because they have to be really clean. They have to be really well cut. Check all those boxes here. This one is so it. We're going to make it 112, 67, 17. But you know, lately I've been bringing out some of these other yellow diamonds that have also been 3 carats, but they've been lighter in color. They have had not nearly this price drop. So for me, I'll just, having seen a lot of diamonds, this brings the radiant, which if you know the radiant cut, it usually is spectacular because it has what we call scissor facets. So what that does is that the facets usually go like this. Think kind of like this. Wearing the right outfit for that. If you have a scissor facet, is a facet that goes like, almost think like a bow tie design. That's what you would normally see. This is where, and keep in mind, a radiant cut's one of the most brilliant cuts you can get. When you get a radiant cut that then is a brilliant radiant cut, you're seeing even more of that. That's the whole idea here, is that it really magnifies that brilliance, makes it even better, more poignant, really delivers the sparkle beyond what even a traditional radiant cut can. It's our 3 carat exactly, so it would be a little bit less important if it were a 299 or a 297, but it's hitting that 3 carat mark, so it's hit one of those huge magic sizes in diamonds. It also is going to be, well, 95 points in diamonds on the side, so it gives you this nice bold band of gold. So bold gold, band ring, love that. The diamonds go side to side, the exact height of the stone itself, and if you've noticed all the other new 3 carats that have come out to play, they've been $25,000 and in that range. Look at this ring. This is definitely, look at that. Even the white round brilliance on the sides don't quite have the same personality or pizzazz that this center stone does. And I am proud to say this is one of the most affordable 3 carats we can bring you. It just is. And there's really no rhyme or reason because it has far more gold than the others. It has a much more exotic cut than the others. And it's got a lot of bold diamonds on the side too that are good size as well and that really fill up that great wide band. Let's make this one where it started, $49,999, which what a remarkable value that would be for a 3 carat natural yellow. Once again, natural in its color, not lab grown, not treated in any way. Argyle mine, natural material through and through. That's important. But now the more important part is the value. We've got it somehow, some way under the $25,000 mark. That's where all the new ones have been floating. And a lot of the new ones, I've been very, you know how I'm very sure to just give you specifics about color and even, you know, for those of you that watch the show, really even comparing side by side, a lot of the newer yellow diamonds we've had that are over 3 carats have a little green to them. They have a little more green yellow, so they're not as highly desired when they've got that little bit more green tint to them. This is a true yellow, and we're not talking about orange or brown or anything like that. It's not a faulty white diamond. It's the bright, bright, beautiful color you want to have in a yellow diamond, but it's that really cool cut, and it's better than $25,000, and it's better than $20,000. I realize this may not be for everybody, but let's face it, how many people in the world are going to ever have a 3 carat natural yellow diamond? Not many at all. So the fact we can make one affordable for you, if that's what you've been thinking about or wanting, or maybe there's that special milestone that you want to commemorate with a yellow diamond, here's the way you do it, and it's under $20,000. It's not even $19,999. It's even lower. And this is as low as it will go, by the way. It's our final drop on this one, so it's time to get it. And I always make that very clear so you're not waiting around for an additional discount that won't happen and then miss out, and you know how that goes. And then you continue to just think about the one that got away. This one's actually better than $19,000, and it's not $18,999. The best value by far that we have on a yellow diamond is right here. The size is premium, the cutting is as well. The diamond mounting is gorgeous, and it's under $18,999. It's actually $18,888 for one caller only on that one, and one more time on the hand so you can see it and start dreaming about this one on your hand, because in the next couple of days, that's where it could very well be. And there is something about having a premium yellow diamond that looks like that. And that is, if you are a sparkle obsessed like I am, trust me, you want this brilliant, radiant cut. That's the one to get. That's the one to own. That's the one you should have. More so than even our oval brilliants and our cushions. And what else do we have? A pear shape. That's the one to own right there. 18,888. You're saving thousands off of any of the other 3 caraters that we have currently in stock, and that's a great value for that reason. So 18,888, and then we get to the blue zircons that are really fabulous. Got a heart shape and a round. One is the peacock design, which is beloved. So we will share that with you. Plus we have these new door knocker style earrings, which are fabulous. So we'll see those too. And anything else you want to ask about or request, well, we're all open ears on anything that you might be looking for. There is a green Paraiba. It's got a really nice blue green to it. Plus we're going to see that Congo wheel discounted as well. Our top 3 Congolese left. Bring those down. This is the blue-green Paraiba though, very bright in a wide band. Notice how so many of the bands we're showing you. Since I last saw you, we've seen another record high on gold. And yet, what are we bringing? Big, bold gold presents where we're not factoring that in to the pricing. Here we go with the blue zircon. Let me start with, we got to go here. We got to go with this fabulous peacock feather design because this one, well, it is one for the ages and nobody else is going to make a ring like this on planet Earth. First of all, the blue zircon. Gorgeous, bright, electric blue colors. One of the most outstanding blues. Doesn't get too dark either, so it doesn't get too much of a deeper blue where it starts to look more like a sapphire. I'm just going to give it an extra polish here. It is 7073. And that is surrounded by pink diamonds in the halo. This wraparound, it's taken its inspiration from the peacock feather, but it's a wraparound design. So it goes from one side, you see it here on the left side of your screen, and then it's going to wrap around to the other. Now this is where you get this beautiful, what normally would be an elongated style, but obviously doesn't work so well in a ring. So we put everything east to west across the finger like you see here, and yet still an under gallery. Still a complete finishing on the inside. You've got 23 points in your natural fancy pinks. You've got another huge diamond weight in the 119 in the white diamonds. And we only have this one ring, and mark my words, it's marked down for one caller on the 435 blue zircon. Now what we will see next is Sans pink diamonds, and it's a heart shape, so I'll just give you the for instance. See what I mean by a little darker? This is a personal preference thing. If you want to go a little darker, there's the pear shape that's looking like a heart shape. If you want to go a little lighter, brighter, you go with the round with the pink and the white diamonds. But here's the price tag that we're marking it down to tonight. And it's a last call on this one of a kind. And it's a actually a 435. Actually, the other one's going to be a little bit larger for you, but with a diamond weight that's going to be actually really similar. So 2 great options. Let's go back to back on them. Let's make this one better than $79.99. First caller situation. Only have this one in the peacock feather design. If you've never seen it, it's worth seeing it on the hand here before you know anything else, because this is quite the substantial ring, isn't it? Beautifully done and still comfortable because it's all tapered in the back, so it's really easy to wear actually. And then you've got this beautiful look where you see that, yep, you can obviously, we do put diamonds on the other side. So if you want to wear it all the way over like this, that's one way to do it. Or if you want to put that center stone in the middle, you're still going to get diamonds on the side. We were so thoughtful about that, and that's important as well. It's a great ring also, I would say, for an index finger, because obviously you have so much of that design on one side. Now I'm going to show it off towards you guys and, you know, front facing to the camera, but maybe if you're wearing it here on the index finger, you want to put the bulk of the feather design on this side, so it's on the outside of the finger so everybody really can see that, and it really shows off, especially as you, the wearer, is looking down at your hand. So it's a great way to go, but this is dazzling bright, and who else in the world is going to put a bright blue zircon, first of all, presentation grade, Cambodian, mined out, all of that, and then to add the pink diamonds around it is really special. And we're going to make it better than even $3,000. It is $29.99 for one caller only. And then we do have the pear shape that's trying to be a heart shape. We'll have that one coming up next for you. And if you want that yellow diamond, we have several people talking about the yellow diamond as we speak. Don't wait too long on that big yellow diamond. 3 carat exactly, plus the big pear shape coming up next, which is even larger in the stone. Let's show you 6969, which is the larger pear shape. It does look like a heart shape though because of the way the halos are done around it. So that's going to be our 5 carat plus. It's a 502 in the heart shape. And let me just hold that up right for you because that one's going to lean a little bit on its own. But there it is in a 502, so even bigger, and diamond weight too. Look at this, 135. So you're getting really nice diamond weight, very similar to what we saw in the last opportunity. Pretty similar, but all white diamonds. So if you want to go traditional, you go here. 502 on that center. It really does look like a heart shape though from a distance. So it's everything but the cleft that's right in the middle of that larger side and larger end there. We only have this one and one only. It's going to fly. New markdown. Do you know this one started at the same price as the peacock feather? Start at $79.99, just like the other one did. And here they are for comparison as well. Both larger rings, the only difference really being the cut and the color. But still presentation grade, still out of that mined out, famed one source mine. And no, this is not going to be, remember where the peacock feather was, $29.99. This one's going lower. Come on in, only one, and it's gonna fly. This one's in the white, but you can change it if you wanna go yellow or rose. And watch what we're gonna do for price tag difference. It's not even $24.99. An extra discount going off this one, and that color is so premium. Let's make it even better. We'll make it $19.99. First caller on that one. Wow. For a bigger stone, an incredible diamond weight, and this one's only gonna be $19.99. So a big value there. And gotta go and will. So we'll see who's got that one as well as the beautiful round. I mean, my goodness, just both larger rings, but how do you want to style it? This is really about, it's the same as you can buy clothes, but style is really about how you put it together. These are both rare stones, but it's all in the styling and how they're put together. So it really gives a different personality to the rings. But they're both just dynamic, aren't they? And that's all about the zircon. The zircons are just so bright and beautiful. So $19.99 for our 5 carat and only $29.99 for the round. That's the nearly 4.5 carat. All right, that's it for our blue zircons today. Let's get to a bottom of the hour special in 10 minutes. Plus we have morganite on the way, diamond drop earrings, and our little Congolese wheel. Coming up next, let's get to it. We got 3 beautiful Congolese stones. These are all the blue-green tourmaline, starting with the oval. Then we have this fabulous Asher cut. This is always a very, very popular one. Look at that color. That's great. So far, we're seeing about 60-40 on the green to the blue, respectively, as far as these Congolese are concerned. But they're not just stark green, because if they were, they'd be a very different look. And then this, well, there's that big cushion cut with also a large diamond weight around it. So you've got 3 big choices here. Oval, Asher, or cushion. That's left to right. You can simply say left center or right side, whatever you want to do there. But they're all the same price. And this is a huge markdown because it was the other day. What was it? Was it Sunday or Monday? It was Monday night probably when I saw you, that we had the Congolese wheel where all 3 were very quick to go. Remember, it was like 30 seconds and all 3 were gone. So I know there were so many of you that missed out, so I wanted to make sure we had something to go for all those that love these Congolese. But the beauty of this is they're actually going to be, and you know what, I'll move this one over just so they can go from like, you know, smaller to medium to large there. But this is how we blow them out. Make it an even better value. Whichever one you like. There are gold color change opportunities on all 3. So none of them have to stay in the white gold as you see them here. They can be yellow, they can be rose, whatever you'd like to do, but there's going to be a big discount. And what was it that got them all out the door? Was it right around $2,000 the other day, the other evening? And again, 3 stones. They were all beautiful. This is where we're taking what used to be $39.39. Oh, look at that, $39.99 for all 3. That's where they began. That's where they started. We have proven to see these pieces be very popular when they are discounted under cost. Well, that's not a surprise. It tends to be all jewelry gets really, really popular when it starts going under cost. So we're going to do that again with these 3 fabulous pieces. Let's blow them out. They're not $39, $29, or $19.99. They go even lower. Just make sure you pick your favorite and get on the phone lines early so you can get your favorite before somebody else does. We've got the 360 in the oval. So that's going to be your 360 with the diamond weight at 31. Here's the 308 in the Asher cut. That is going to be 23 points in diamonds. And then this is interesting. It looks even larger, but that's the 212. 212 on the center, 76 points in the diamonds. Okay, I think we need to do better, don't we? Oh, really? So these Congolese are pretty fabulous, right? If you have one, and those of you who have them already at home know, there's a beauty and a neon and a brightness and a brilliance and clarity. It's the clarity. Let's not forget, we can never forget that tourmaline is type 3, whether it's Pata Eba copper bearing or not. I think we get confused sometimes when we think it's just the copper bearing stones that give you a lot of clarity issues. It's all of the tourmaline world, not just the copper and manganese stones. It's all of the tourmalines as a family get really, really included very easily. We expect inclusions. That's what type 3 is all about. These are exceptional clarity. I mean, we're right in there as close as we can get while still showing you 3 options, because I always feel like with the subtle nuanced differences they have, it's good to see like quality next to each other. That way you're finding the best one for you. That's always what I think is a priority. That way you're really choosing which one you like the best. Out of all 3, they're not going to be 19, 18, 17, 16, 15. We're going all-time low. And again, these are like gold melt prices. It's basically freebies on the center stones all night long. I mean, we've been seeing it all night. You would not be able to buy the gold mountings, not with the way gold's at today, and gold is probably only going to keep going higher. I mean, I would not be surprised if I'm with you in the summertime months and we're talking about $35,000 or $4,000 an ounce. That is what all the experts are saying. So again, we do our best here to make values happen for everything that we bring, no matter how exotic, no matter how rare. But I will say, the way gold has gone, and so quickly, it will not be surprising, and we are staying true to what we believe in, which are values for you no matter what. I don't care what gold is doing, obviously. For newer pieces that are manufactured later in these stages, obviously that's going to have an effect. But for now, take these pieces. They've already been made. They were made when gold was much less. But when you look at where it is today, even just today, and that's not the be-all end-all, I'm sure it's going higher. That's what every expert has agreed upon. This is where the value is so good because, again, you're not paying for the center stones. You're not paying for the diamonds right now. This is a gold price by itself, and we're not doing $15 or $14 or $13.99 either. And you know what happened on Monday night? All 3 went very quickly. We are already giving you an even lower price tag on some really high-end stones, and I'll make them $1,299 for 60 seconds only. And that way, again, the giveaways are here. They're your option, whichever one you like. Everything that's within that 2, 2.5, 3 carat size, all the way up to 360 are right there. That's what we have in that category of stone carat weight. So you're seeing everything that exists, again, with this carat weight here. This is the 212 on the right. That one's maybe gone. The oval in the middle is going to be the 360, and this is the Asher cut, which is the 308. So again, you would never know that's a 2 carat over here. It looks bigger. But these are the 3 carat stones. This is the 2 carat 12, and yet all 3 are going to be $12.99. And with that 212, you're getting the greatest diamond weight of all 3. So please pick your favorite there. Don't forget about our blue zircons. Blue zircons are here if you'd like them. And then here we go. Yes. Thank you. The cushion cut on the right is gone. That one is 1125861. Quick look at it on the hand, as this one is already spoken for. Well done there. Look at that color that transitions all the way through that stone. That's a fun one, right? Beautiful cutting. Thank you so much on that one. That one's gone. That's the 212 with the 76 points. Now we've got our 2 over 3 carats. Which one? Oh, okay. Royal Zambaran. Thank you. Trillion Royal Zambaran ring. Now don't forget, we also had a Rubellite. The Trillion Zambaran from earlier is gone. We had a Trillion Rubellite necklace pendant, but it was a pendant with a chain. So you got the full necklace, and we only have 2 left here on our Congolese stones. And again, both of them over 3 carats in size of what's remaining at $12.99. So do let us know there, and thank you so much on the cushion cut. That one being gone. And then here we go to I have one more blue zircon actually that I just brought out if you want a little smaller. I heard that, a couple of you wanting a little smaller. I did bring one out. So we'll get that for you. Plus we have that really good pink morganite on the way. Some really neat door knocker style earrings that are new. And thank you so much for enjoying those Congolese stones with us. And then here is the new pendant. Oh, I love this one. Sapphire, huge size. Brand new tonight. Look at this. And it's going to take up the space of 2 rings just in one big, bold pendant. And this one may or may not sit on its own, but I hope it does. But I'm still going to have to move it around so you can see the beauty of this gem. 1128015 and brand new right now. Call me on the last 2 remaining Congolese. I'm not waiting for pieces to sell because it just, again, it's kind of pointless to spend 20, 30 minutes on one item. So what we're going to do is just keep on rocking. You tell me if you saw something that you're still thinking about. We can get it for you, but look at how beautiful this is. 18 karat 2-tone gold. And look at that royal blue. So it's a challenge to get royal blues. That's what you want, but you don't want it to get too dark. It's like this really tricky fine line you walk with sapphires. Here's a 181 emerald cut sapphire. It's 50 points in diamonds around it. I love this mix and match of the white and the yellow gold. Let me show it though from a distance because this is very important size-wise. It's got a beautiful size, bigger. It's got a really good under gallery. I'm going to throw in this beautiful smooth link. It's a box link chain that's going to be fully adjustable as well. So 18 inches max but then you can glide that little bead all the way shorter if you want it. So you can make it 15, 16, 14, 17, and an eighth, whatever you need. So it's going to be really versatile. And then here's the back. So look at all that great finishing through the back. Sapphire, almost 2 carats. Heavy piece. I will say this is going to be substantial. You will feel this pendant. Is it uncomfortable? No. But is it weighty? Yes. So you're going to get a yellow gold chain with it. And that's going to be the yellow gold to match what is the bail. Because it makes sense when you've got two-tone, the debate is always, well, which is better? Is it yellow gold or white gold? Well, we tend to go with the bail. So we match the bail there with the yellow gold and the yellow gold. And then you've got the yellow and the white that marches around that. And I'm going to show it from a measurement standpoint as well. It is a yellow gold chain. Yeah, it is. So yellow gold box link. Here's the length of the actual pendant, which is just under an inch. And I mean just under, it's like 7/8 plus. And then we'll show it on the neckline as well. So you can see how that's gonna look from a distance away. But that's really the look that you're gonna see when everybody else sees you wearing that. That's what you see, that bright royal blue. But see how it didn't get too dark? I mean, I'm wearing black. If that stone was too dark, it would look more like this and less like the bright royal blue that you see. And may I also add something about this cut or this stone, or maybe it's the bezel setting. That stone is looking a lot larger than a 2 carat as well. So this is a mighty fine sapphire, and we're going to take it up close. And best all, we're going to give you a great price tag on it to make sure it flies on out of here. And no question it's going. That is high end as it gets. And we're not asking for the $79.99 any longer. One caller takes it. One caller gets it. Who will it be? I don't know, but I know we have a lot of blue sapphire lovers and a lot of pendant lovers, and they rarely coincide here. I cannot remember the last time I had a blue sapphire pendant that was something, oh, I don't know, bigger than a 10-point size. There was that little miniature one we did a while back that was really small, very petite. This one, not so petite. This is a beautiful, bold style. We are halfway through the show already. We've got a big bottom of the hour coming up. We've got our Tanzanite deal on the way. It's around, it's stunning, it's blue wing, lock D. Wait till you see this. And then here's what we're gonna do on this one. It's gotta go. So watch this, it'll go quickly, I know that. And it's no longer $79. You need a value, huh? We came to play. We want the big discounts, we want the big reductions, we want the new, we want the hot, we want what's like really, again, high-end quality. And the feel of it is everything. I'll make this better than $79 or half that. $4,000, it should disappear. Let's go even lower than that. Please do not pay $49. Please do not pay $39. And do not pay $29.99. Let's get you some of the best values you ever will see. All in this next 90 minutes. And it is, yeah, there's the close-up look at that underside too. That is lovely, isn't it? Beautiful finishing. It's got a nice detail. Part of why it's so heavy and weighty. And then you can see there the depth that you're getting all the way through. And now it may not want to balance, but here we go. I'll make it even better than $29.99. First caller can have it for $2,499 only. And that'll be it for our gorgeous royal blue sapphire with the yellow and the white gold. Then we're on our way. We have so much to show you. And again, requests are welcome. Get those in too, because we'd love to hear what it is you're looking for tonight. And we've got a gorgeous imperial topaz that's been marked way down. Black opal out of Lightning Ridge. One of those cobalt blues are here as well. And then I think it might just be time to bring out the auction block. Let's do it. We've got a big round coming up. I don't know if this is the stone to do it with, but hey, we love our Tanzanites, and it's last call on blue wings. So let's show you one of the more affordable that we have left. And that's going to be coming up next. So $24.99. Let's get to it. We've got the Museum Reserve. That sapphire should not stay. When you've got a lot of 18 karat gold, it is premium. It's a gorgeous piece, isn't it? I'm not one for blue sapphires when they get too dark, but it's a really tough line to walk to get the brighter royal blues and not have them be into the inky navy blue colors. And look what you got there. That's a beauty. All right, so coming up is the Tanzanite. We're going to show you our round. This feels a lot like that round we saw earlier that was number 17 carats. This one's going to be a little more affordable because obviously not everyone's doing a 17 karat stone. And we know why. And that's not always wearable for everybody either. So I like that we've got one that's a real classic. It's 1128046. So where's this been hanging out? It's a 2 carat 60. Where's it been? We haven't seen 2.5 or 3 carat stones in a minute. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we took a Museum Reserve. This is based on your request and your demand. Here's what we had to do, and it's halfway through the show. So again, anything you're looking for from our previous 90 minutes, let me know. Some of the pieces are still here. If you need to see anything that I can bring out from a vault, let me know. But here's how we celebrate Friday night with something really cool and a 2 carat 60 size. One of the more affordable we have that as of the last time I saw you, it wasn't here because this was still being cut. It had to be custom cut. We did not have this stone. On Monday night, it was not here. We had to take a larger stone. We have master lapidaries that are on staff that are working as integrally. They work with our jewelers, with our setters. Everybody works together to obviously make the gems that make the jewelry. And when I say make the gems, I'm talking about a lot of times we don't have a stone already faceted when it's something that's already sold out. We had to bring it to you based on your demand. There was such an overwhelming response to rounds that we had to create this by taking a larger stone and cutting it down. So kind of taking the larger end, you know, cutting it down to get you the size you need. So here's our 2 carat 60. I'm so thrilled it's here. 49 points in the diamonds, and we went ultra classic. Kept it as classic as can be, didn't we? 49 points, they go down the sides in pave. It's the halo around it. And that is what we saw in a 17 karat earlier, just scaled down. And I know how many of us want that 17 karat, but maybe the $8,500 is just, you know, out of the budget. So this is what we get to do. Instead of what could be, and the irony of that is if you were shopping in a retail store right now for a regular old Block C material, you would find $8,500 as a great deal out in the rest of the world retail. We've got a very different metric here. Let's do this. I think we need to start the auction just to get it out of here. My prices might not be where they need to be, because if I can only go as low as $49.99, I have a strong feeling that that might leave this 2 carat 60 sitting right here. That's not acceptable. Not when we have as many of you that I know. Just personally, I've had literally hundreds of people reach out just in the last couple of weeks asking specifically for a more wearable version of Tanzanite, not a 20 karat, not a 30 karat. That is most of what we have left at this point, are more sizable stones. So it's really tough to bring you something that, again, if we don't have it, how do we bring it? Well, it's been about sacrificing. So you get the museum reserve because actually it was, and again, let's leave it. I don't want to call it museum reserve, but the material that it was cut from is. So it's got the color, it's got the saturation of the museum reserve, but we typically see it has to be a larger size to be considered the museum reserve. So it didn't start that way, but that's where it was derived from. Does that make sense? So we took a museum reserve stone that maybe was a little bit out there as far as design and style and size, and we made it a little bit more affordable for you. And I know that out of that one stone, there were only 3, by the way, but only 1 in the ring because the other stones are going to be used for something else, which you'll probably see this weekend. So just a little hint there. Let's go ahead and give you a great value that is not going to be $5,000. Can we take it lower? Well, that's exactly what I'm here to do. So let's blow it out and actually make it your option, your price, whatever you want to pay. And we'll start not at 4, not at 35, not at 3, not at 25, and not even $2,000. Already far too low for where we should be on a 2 carat 60 and in the size with the classic diamond weight that you have. It's all out fabulous. And it's also not going to be $2,000. Taking it lower, and only one caller does get it. So come on in, because we're going to start an auction, and not even at 19, 18, 17, 16. How about this? We'll go $1,500 for a 260, and here's how she looks. And this is one that you can just choose to wear all on its own because, well, it's a large piece, or dress it up with our world famous Wonder Ring if you already have them, and I know a lot of you do. 1 on one side, maybe 2, 1 on either side, it works. But a $10 increment and a $1,500 to open starting bid. That's how we begin. Let's go from there. $1,500 to start. And then we'll move on with the $10 increments. If we do get that open, I would highly anticipate we will and should for a stone like that with all that beautiful brilliance we love. And this is it. It's just, again, it is what it is. Tanzanite is a very, very beautiful stone no matter what. I mean, we're not here to play favorites, but when we have the exclusive as we do, and we have the best material in the world as we do, and I do not just say that because it sounds good, we literally have the best material in the world. It's literally here and only here. This is the only place to get that material. So again, when we're almost out of it and it's almost gone and it's running short, these are the times to get it. We're looking for $1,500. We'll give it 60 seconds to get it started. If no open, that's great. I'm hoping we're to the point that I hope I'm the only one left that doesn't have a blue wing block D at this point. I certainly hope that's where we're at, because at this point, where do you get any others? And the problem is this: you can go out in the world and there's plenty of Tanzanite out there. Every jewelry store that carries jewelry, they're gonna have some Tanzanite. But what's it gonna look like? It's gonna look like that very light washed out, very pretty, I might add, but very lavender. And it's not going to be as high value, even though all Tanzanite is high value right now. It's not gonna be nearly as high value as anything like what we carry, which is the blue wing block D we love. And it's sitting right here for $1,500 to get it started. No open yet. We'll move right along. The only other Tanzanites I have, we had the round earlier that was $84.99. I do have an emerald cut. It's very important. It's an 8 karat 07. With that's going to be quite a bit more money as well, but it's an emerald cut in the bridge, so we do have that a little bit later. If you're waiting on something in a little bit larger size, we can certainly bring that. That's not the issue. Larger sizes are generally what we have in the Museum Reserve. It's the smaller sizes that are dubbed more wearable, deemed more wearable. Those are the ones you guys are looking for. And $1,500 with no open, so we move on. I cannot say enough good things about this stone. And when, you know, I'm sitting at Tucson the other, well, it was about last month now at this point, a few weeks ago, and I'm going, you know what? Here's what all anyone wants to talk about anymore is blue wing block D. Everyone wants to see the blue wing. Everyone wants to buy it if they can. And you know, the wholesalers were all on board with this. They said, you know what, we had our representatives there, I was there, and everyone was going, where's the blue wing? We didn't have any of it to offer to the wholesale world. A lot of people showed up and made the trip and the trek all the way to Tucson, Arizona, just in the hopes of getting a blue wing block D. These were the traders of the world. Different folks from around the world in gemstones where that's their livelihood, that's their business, that's what they've done for their whole lives, and that's all they wanted to get. That's all they wanted to see. They wanted to see the blue wing. They wanted to purchase blue wing, and they can't. And you can, but for a very limited time, because that window is closing. And there is only so much, and anything that is left is going to museums. The museums are willing to take at this point because there's so little Museum Reserve left from our inventory. The museums are willing to take anything they can get, including some of the non-Museum Reserves, which really are gone. But that's why, again, this one came from the Museum Reserve material. So again, it's a little different deal here. It's just that, you know, the size, generally we wait and reserve that title for the stones that originally were set aside as that level. But again, when you get that color and you get that flash, and there's nothing like a round, and that's gonna have that premium we expect. Do we have the open? Okay, who is it? Oh, Lydia. Hi Lydia, where's she calling from? Well, we've got the open and one bidder, and that's it. And Lydia's in Texas and says, I'll take it, $1,500. And on a Friday night with everything going on, you think that she's gonna have a lot of competition? No, she's not. Isn't that the beauty of the auction? I'm supposed to get $5,000. Instead, Lydia's at 15, ready to get it, ready to score it, ready to say, that's my deal, that's my sale event, that's my price. And now we're gonna give it a final clock, because once it goes, it goes. And you know as well as I do, we're not asking $100 or $1,000 increments. We're asking for a $10 advance. That's it. Certainly makes it affordable, doesn't it? When you've got a $1,500 piece to start with that should have been $4,999, you're saving $3,500. And that is how you shop a great value. Take it from me, I'm a pro shopper. I know how to shop a good discount and good value. And this is one unlike even other values we've seen in the past. So let's take a look at it. Final call, 2 minutes, and we go. It's gonna be our last chance. And for those that have maybe some of the bigger stones and you're looking for one that's a little bit more wearable or something that's a little bit more tame in the size, here you go. Super wearable, gorgeous looking. We're at $1,500 with our final 2 minutes counting down. Here's what it looks like on the hand as well. And again, as we wind down our Friday night, only about an hour and 20 minutes left. So we're really looking for, again, questions, requests, anything you want to see from earlier. We only have that bigger round. That's all we've got. Is the larger round, which is the nearly 17 karat here. That's $84.99. If you'd like to get it, I guarantee you that'll go before the show ends. But here we are with the final minute 28 left, and it's a last call. Remember, it's going out the door to Texas right now. If you want to come in and say, nope, I'd rather it come to my house, you do have to dial within the next, at this point, 76 seconds. And be sure you get your bid in. Get verified, get ready to go, because this is not going to stick around. We know that. And we've got a $1,500 bid and a last call. Don't forget about our sapphire pendant. Don't forget about the Congolese tourmalines that we have left. And anything else you want to request, it's a good night to do that. Absolutely. Let me know what you want to see and we'll help you out. Okay, coming up, I think Lydia, where has she ever shopped with us before, by the way, Jess?
She's in Texas, yeah.
And has she ever shopped here? Cool. So no blue wings yet? Would this be a first? a second, a 50th. We have a lot of folks that have more than one blue wing. We're very proud that we've been able to make them affordable enough to be able to get you blue wing block Ds and bring the best in the world at a price tag that is literally better than what you'd pay on any other Tanzanite, of no matter how inferior the quality. So much value. And really, isn't that what value is about? A lot of people think, well, value is just about a low price. That's not at all what value is about. Value is about getting a lot for your dollar. It's about really stretching that hard-earned dollar and making sure you really get the most bang for your buck. That's the way you're doing this here. No question about it. 1,500 once, twice, 3 times. Is it going to Texas? I think so. Might be gone. And there goes our ultimate high-end round without being $8,500. Well done. Congratulations. That's out of here. Enjoy it. We've got my stiletto diamond drops, which is our last call on this earring. I am so sad to see these. Well, they're not going to go anywhere. They'll always be in our inventory forever and ever and ever. No doubt. They're one of our most popular diamond drop earrings. But when you go out to a retail store and you see a diamond earring like this and it's got a $25,000 price tag, isn't that for most of us? We say thanks, but no thanks. That's lovely, but no, can't do that. This is why so many people don't have a big diamond drop earring in their collection, but always would aspire to have one or own one because of the fact that we know we have our hoops and our studs. We even had hoops earlier that were very popular. This is the 87-point diamond drop earring. That is the stiletto style that I guarantee you it's the most flattering earring you will ever wear. It is something about that length that I know is not a stud. That's the whole point. It's not a stud. It's not a hoop. But it's 87 points, almost a carat in all larger individual diamonds. That's what makes it so unique and elite, is that you're getting larger individual diamonds that actually graduate larger as they go down, which makes sense when you see them on. You got the great lever back at the top, easy to wear, comfortable to wear, and we have a last call on this opportunity. So think about, even if there's an event coming up 6 months from now, think late summer, early fall. Think holiday season of 2025, which sounds far off when it's only mid-March. But you're talking about an earring that has to go up in price the next time it's brought to you on the air. It's always going to be here. Think about one of the most ideal, talked about, requested earrings we bring. And yet here's your way to get it one last time. And item number 1110370. That item number's been here longer than I have. Okay. So that's an oldie when you're talking about a piece that was manufactured some 9 years ago. What were you even doing 9 years ago? Some of you probably weren't watching TVON. Maybe you weren't shopping fine jewelry. Maybe you were, but you were spending a lot more money to get VS Diamonds elsewhere in like a big old retail store, paying premiums. Well, let's go back on a little venture for one last time and make these 1 3/4 drop earrings in this, what I call the stiletto style, because they are as sexy as a stiletto. They are as flattering as such, but they are beautifully done. And you can see this straight drop that goes top to bottom, smaller to larger, in all big individual diamonds. Beautifully set. You know they're set like our tennis bracelets are set. But in an earring with this 1 3/4 drop, which looks like this. Wait till you see them on the ear. And again, for any gift-giving occasions, for those, brides-to-be, the mothers of the bride. I mean, think about special occasions. The truth is, it's not a one-time wearable. This is as classic as a diamond earring gets. It may not be your everyday. This may not be, I'm going to the dry cleaners today. What earring am I wearing? I'm going to the gym. What earring am I wearing? Okay, I got to go pick up some ground beef for dinner. So what earring am I wearing? This may not be that, but it may be every single time you have a special occasion, you want to feel and look your best, you want to really wow the crowd. This might be the earring that you turn to from here on out, is this long drop stiletto, easy to wear. You got piercing coverage as well because it's a little higher than the post itself. So they really look amazing. You can see that here, and they get larger in the diamond weight as they drop. So beautifully done, bright as can be, amazing diamonds. And you can have white or yellow or rose gold. Totally up to you and your choice, but let's make them affordable for one last time, as they were 9 years ago when they were developed. Take a look at them up close. Again, this is one of our best, and you need to have them or gift them. They are about $25,000 if you're looking at comparable retail. And this is one I know for a lot of you, you've probably seen them before. Maybe you've thought about them, you've glossed over them, thought maybe one day I'll get those. I'm not talking about a $100 upgrade in price. When you look at what gold's doing and what diamonds are doing, this could easily go up thousands of dollars from where it is tonight. So this is the day to get them. And they're not going to be what we're projecting right now. And remember, with gold reaching all-time highs, and it's like every time we look, there's a new all-time record-setting high price on gold. It's like every time. Every time we do the search, every time you look at the daily value of an ounce of gold, it's like it's hitting a new high, a new record. So why are we waiting? And right now, just projected today to be 47.77 right here on our show. We're going to get you that old gold price, the old diamond price, make them more affordable than you could ever imagine them ever again. And we're going to make this easy. And if you want to shop for holidays up and coming, go ahead and do it now. Why pay thousands of extra if you can get them tonight and tuck them away, or just go ahead and start wearing them? If they're a little to me from me gift, just start wearing them and enjoying them. Let's make them better than even 4,000. That's an elite high-end earring. There's no question about it, but it's not going to be $4 and it's not $3 and it's not $2,000. And we're here to move every single pair we have. We brought you one of the classic all-time favorite studs earlier, or other hoops that was more squared off. Now we're bringing the drop, and every woman, you need to have 3 different styles in your collection. You've got to have a stud, you've got to have a hoop, and you've got to have a drop. Those are really the 3 categories that every woman's got to have in her jewelry collection. And with this kind of opportunity, you can go fine. You can go to fine jewelry. You don't need to go to the costume route. So many people do that when it comes to that more dramatic, dressy earring. And it makes sense. Who's spending $25,000? Who's spending $47.77? You don't have to. Not our viewers, not our TVON family. They're not even going to be $19.99 if you have any dressy occasion. And this is the time. It's springtime. The invites start to come, right? We start to see the family members. We start to go to the parties and the social events. You start to be out a little bit more in the nicer weather. You're ready for that. Those get-togethers, those soirees, you're feeling your best, you're looking your best. This is the way you add the perfect earring, and it's not going to be $19.99 either. We will blow them out right now. They're $999 for the last time. That's it. 87 points in these major diamonds, and they are down under $1,000 like they were 9 years ago when we first made them. That has not changed one bit, and you're getting tons of gold. Look at the baskets, each and every one of those diamonds are set in, not to mention there's this great fluidity of the design. So each and every round basket is all going to be hinged individually in between all those bigger diamonds. And see how even from the top, lever back, they start smaller, get wider, and then they continue that down the length, already 2 gone. Someone's taking a white and a yellow. Not a bad idea, because they do look different if you get the different gold colors as well. So you can do that. Get the whole wardrobe for $9.99. Why wait on an earring that is that spectacular and that bold and yet classic? It's classic, and it's very flattering on because of the way that simple drop works in the ear. So last call, 60 seconds. We got to move. We got the top of the hour, and it's our last hour coming up tonight. So the question is, what can we show you before we go? Is there anything else that is of interest to you before we say goodnight and then see you right back here in the morning? Remember, it's a quick little update on schedule. We know that the schedule's been all over the place. I know that it's been a lot on all of us. So trust me, not just our viewers, but we so appreciate you guys rolling with us. We have a lot of big announcements tomorrow, but I will tell you that tomorrow is our last weekend of having 2 shows on Saturday and 2 shows on Sunday. We're going to still have our weekend shows, but it's going to be back to the way it always was for a decade, with 1 show every Saturday morning and 1 show every Sunday morning. That's it. So no nighttime shows after tomorrow. Tomorrow I'll be with you Saturday and Sunday, both again, daytime and nighttime, both those shows, but that'll be it for our last of our double headers on the weekends, okay? So quick little update there, and then there's more to tell you tomorrow, so tune in for that. But here we go. 10 seconds remaining. Last call. Let's get to our morganite next. We got a great morganite, and the big yellow diamond, my baby, my 3-carat yellow diamond is here. The radiant cut, the brilliant radiant is here, and last call on those diamond stiletto drops that I just think are, I mean, again, if you got more money than you know what to do with and you want to go shop a $25,000, $30,000 diamond earring, great. You can do that. I can point you in the exact storefront where you can find them right now, because I was at their LA location 3 days ago. So I was there, saw them in the store window. They're right there. You don't even have to go in the store. You can just look at the storefront window, and there they are, which they're $30,000, by the way. And it's the same concept, that same stiletto. And by the way, the diamond weight is no different. So you've got a great one there. They're actually, they're 1 carat, so it's 13 points. But again, really, really similar look. And for the $30,000 price tag, I'd much rather go $9.99 and get 13 points less than diamonds. That's just me, because there's no visual difference in that look. So let's move on to our big morganite. We've got a great pear shape, and then I do have a new black opal if anybody's interested. It's one of the all blue stones, which is a little different than we usually see, but it's really cool at the same time. What do you think about that? It's a lightning ridge black opal, but it doesn't have red, no yellow, no green, no orange. It's just blue. But it's very rare to see the blue where it's not a flat blue color, like a sapphire. It's got all that cobalt blue glow, and it still moves, so you're still getting play of color. All right, morganite fans, we've got pink beryl coming out. And it's 8057. Welcome into Friday night. It's our last call on Friday night. Thank you for being with me. And let's take a look at our morganite pear shade that is on the way. Eat your heart out, pink diamonds. That's what it looks like. And I'm so excited. We had a pink diamond earlier. It was a 3-pointer. Yeah, that was a sizable pink diamond. So needless to say, I'm probably not going to have a 221 pink. So what do? We give you a 221 pink morganite, and its item number is 8057. Hey, Sherilyn. Oh, it's been a minute since I've heard her name. Let me show her a pearl real quick. So quick South Sea pearl here before we get to our pink morganite. Never seen this before. Platinum piece, South Sea, huge. It's a 14 millimeter South Sea white pearl. So what's the difference between South Sea and cultured? Because there's a big difference, and I need you to know, because otherwise you're going to think, why is that a different price than what I see for cultured pearls? Well, cultured pearls are where man helps out. I worked with, for about 6 years, I worked with the biggest pearl farmer in the world. He was the one that owned all the cultured pearl farms. So he basically, they were, for the most part, in Tahiti and Hawaii and all over those tropical locations. But that's where, again, you actually take the mollusk and you inject. Usually it's a grain of sand or an irritant of some kind, and then they do the work. But you're still helping the process along. It's kind of like when you take a diamond, you mine it from the earth, but then you enhance it or treat it to give it a color. We prefer, this is a South Sea pearl, so what that means is it's actually from the mollusk from the depths of the ocean. This did not get any cultured aspect to it. It's just a kind of, again, made in the wild, if you will. The mollusk did all the work start to finish. It was naturally grown. So it's 112-3591, and it's a platinum piece with a 14 millimeter mega pearl. That's a mega pearl, and this is the way I like to show it at the moment because I want you to see the roundness of the pearl all the way around, because it's not oblong or, you know, baroque. It's got all this perfect roundness to it. Diamonds swirling and wrapping, and yet feels like the diamond ribbon is what's setting the stone. Don't worry, it's securely set beneath it. It's item number 3591. It's platinum, and it's also a 14 millimeter pearl. That's exciting. Most pearls are 4, 5, 6 millimeters. It's kind of like a 6 millimeters like having a 1 carat diamond. A 14 millimeters like having a 10 carat diamond. I don't have a 10 carat diamond here. So this pearl is really an anomaly of Mother Nature, and it's 29 points in diamonds that are wrapping not all the way around it, but partially, and great platinum bands that is swirling and wrapping around it. Look at the inside. That's how it's set. That's where, again, the pearl is set into that seat of platinum beneath it. It stays in the platinum. Great look there. Huge markdown. So for not having seen this, or at least I have not shown it, it's a $59.99 piece that is coming way below that. And that's what it looks like. 14 millimeters is the real deal. And a South Sea pearl, not a faux, not a fake, not a man-made, not an alabaster, not plastic. We are just looking at the natural pearl out of the mollusk. And we're doing better than $59.99. I hope she likes it. I'm not sure if this is a specific ring or just if she was looking for a big white pearl, but we rarely have them. Yes. Did she? Gloria also went with the white and yellow. Well, thank you, Gloria. Well done on the stiletto drop earrings. Thank you, thank you. If you'd like to be like Gloria and be like, I think it was Sherry too. We had 2 people taking white and yellow. So far, you know, a lot of people are opting to go with the white and the yellow, and that's a great idea. Here's how we'll move the pearl out the door in platinum. It's going to be under $2,000. And I don't mean $19.99 either. We're going to check it out and do a little extra for you. Then we'll get to the morganite. You saw flashed briefly. We'll make this better than $19.99. It's only $18.88. And one more time, it goes on the hand here, because that's really the luxury of a pearl is in the size. But you also want, it's just like diamonds. We have the 4 C's with diamonds, and we evaluate its worth based on a lot of different categories, like cut, color, clarity, and carat weight. But this pearl, same thing. It's the size, that's important, but it's a lot of other aspects. Does it have a smooth nacre? Is it round in shape, or is it oval? Or is it baroque, where it kind of has all those ins and outs? This is a round pearl, completely round. Do we want good luster? Yes. Do you want it to be flat color or kind of pearlescence? Do you want to see greens and pinks and purples? That's all that you see in this ring. It does all of that. It's $18.88. There's only one, and its first caller says yes. So glad to bring a big 14 millimeter. I know we can't look at this and put it in the same category as the basic white pearls because it's anything but basic. And then you add the platinum mounting and the diamonds around it. So it's anything but basic. And we have it for $18.88 for one caller only, and it's here. So you can grab that if you'd like, and then let's get to our morganite, which we're going to do something crazy on. It's 8057, and it's that pure pink morganite we love to see. Welcome into Friday night. It's our last hour almost. So we'll get this gone before the top of the hour gets here. Then we got a rockin' top of the hour. I'm going to bring you that big Tanzanite emerald cut, and I think we're going to recap most of the show because nothing that has been shown should be here. Not with these values we've had. And then if you obviously have a request, we'd love to hear what those are as well. We'll make anything happen. I do have a black opal pendant as well, and then we'll see a couple of others. But you know what? Let's do this real quick. First caller on the morganite pair, super elongated, 221. Diamond weight is white diamonds around it. That's 53 points. And let me know who's got that gorgeous South Sea white pearl. And then we're going to show you what this one is all about from the inside on out. Great finishing through the basket work, all that different lattice work, detailed design. It reminds me of what we saw on the backside of those squared off hoops we had earlier, doesn't it? Where it's that same diagonal lattice work you have. One huge value, great morganite. It actually does need to stay in the rose gold, which I rather like with this stone because, well, it's a pure pink, and then the diamonds, it kind of helps those diamonds to look like pink diamonds around it, which if they were, it would be a whole different price tag. So I love that we can make this affordable, better than $39.99. Set TVON Friday night price. Let's make it a lot better for you. One only though, that'll be it. And let's make it, I don't love $19.99 either. We're gonna make it a lot better than that. First caller, and that'll be that. Let's of course switch it around. So if you like the pear shape pointing away from the hand, that's what it would look like. Two great ways to wear your pear shape, of course. Beautiful bright pinks coming through. Solid classic pinks. Love those diamond pinks coming through. That's what it's all about. And yet, not 1500. The cousin to aqua, really the sister to aqua. We have a lot of great beryl stones. We had a beautiful emerald cut aqua earlier. Let me know if we can bring that back out. It was a 10 carat that was really mighty fine, but we're so excited to have this one here, and it's not 15 or 14. We need to see some values here, don't we? Crank them up a little bit. Drop some prices, really crank up the volume on the values. We're doing it right now. It's only going to be $12.99 first caller. If you'd like the pear shape, we have 1 minute till our last hour kicks off. Don't forget, we're back here in the morning. We go right in from Friday night into Saturday morning. Those Saturday morning and Sunday morning shows will continue, but it's our last weekend of 2 shows every Saturday, 2 shows every Sunday. I'll be with you, all 4 of them. You got to stay with us because with that, it's going to be our big like swan song to a doubleheader weekend. So what we're going to do is do some very special values. So a heads up on that. And we got some other special announcements happening tomorrow as well. So you definitely want to be with us in the morning for all of that. And then, boy, it's going to be a busy day, isn't it? I got a full plate tomorrow. So got a lot going on for you tomorrow. Plus, we're discounting everything. Let me show you this opal too. We flashed a blue base stone. Look at this one, blues and greens in an opal pendant with the big diamond mounting. It's a big diamond halo, 112-6861. If you'd like that opal, we'll just do a quick little blowout here on a major $49.99 opal. That's the black opal out of Australia. It's almost like the entire rim of the oval is bright, bright greens, like ultra neons. And with the diamond halo around it, that's gonna be 55 points. Let's just skip this one and go to this one because I've got the ring and the pendant, which actually would look great together, I think. So let's just do this. We'll do our 66 pointer. Rather, this is a 128. So I'd remember is 112-6861. And that's actually a 128 opal, 55 points in the diamonds. And they're all bigger stones. We'll throw in the box link chain. I haven't had a pendant tonight except for the aqua that did not include a chain. So I love that we're giving you some very important $600-700 chains to go with it. So you have the perfect piece ready to wear. Here's the backside of your pendant, so you can still see natural color through and through. They don't really polish the backside of the opal much, so it may look a little more dull. That's because they didn't polish the cabochon in the back, but they did in the front, and they're showing off all those wild blues and greens. Let's take a look at it from a distance away, and here it is. And you can see from a distance what that looks like. How about a ruler? Does that help out? Just to see the length here, just so you know what to expect. And again, great feel to that chain. It's going to be 7/8 of an inch top to bottom. The chain is adjustable, but it's going to be actually 2 different lengths here. So 1 O-ring, and that's going to have a chain that is looking like a 17 and 16 inch there. And we'll show it up against the neckline because this is actually the best way to see an opal is right here. Really see those colors glow through. And we'll make it really easy right now. That one is, this is a remarkable discount on a larger black opal as we take it back up close. And again, box link chain coming with also in platinum. And this one no longer $39.99, got a better value for you here. And then the ring that can go with it, we will give you a quick look on that one. But how about this one for only, I don't love $39, so got to move some jewelry here in our last 58 minutes. Let's make this $12.99 instead. First caller only, $12.99, same as the morganite price tag. So you can pick up the pink morganite if you like. We have some new door knocker style earrings. They are expensive, but they're really cool. So maybe I'll knock that price down, and then we get you our big, boldest, best emerald cut stone. We've been waiting on that. I know a lot of you are waiting. I heard a lot of you when we saw the round saying, I'm waiting on the emerald cut. So I'm going to show that to you next, right after we get to the opal ring that I think works really well with this one. So $12.99, consider that. And then here's that opal we flashed with all those bright blue colors, and then some really good, it's actually one big baguette on each side. That'll be $112.75.25, and it's pure blues all the way through. So you've got the pure blues, the cobalt colors, the greats. Look at that. It just, you see layers. It's layers, and there's a little bit of aqua that comes through as well. So you see the blues that are so intriguing. It's like a really cool midnight sky. It's got a 246 size in platinum as well. Two bigger diamonds at 35 points in total. So they're going to be, you figure you got about 17.5 points each there. And we've got one. Even the band is like a triple design where it's really that rib texture. You have to start with so much platinum and then carve away to give it that textured look you're seeing. How about we blow this one out too? And I love that because if you love blue stones anyways, like Tanzanite, sapphires, whatever it may be, this is still a play of color stones. So even though you're not seeing every color of the rainbow, you've got a ton of play of color here, the way it's like those layers of bright cobalt. So it really stands out. Again, very premium diamonds that are on the sides, and we're gonna blow it out for $19.99 to the very first caller who'd like to have that one. And again, it's just one individual diamond on each side. And here's what it looks like on the hand. So it's a big one, and it might be a teeny size at the moment, but I'm gonna force it on anyways because I want you to see that piece is definitely, you remember opals, they always look bigger than they weigh. So it's gonna look like a 5 carat or beyond. You got a $19.99 deal. We'll bring out the emerald cut. I know you've been waiting patiently for it. It's coming out next. The best of the best. And maybe before you think of opals and blues, let's go to it one more time, and then I'm going to show you what we can do on Tanzanite, which is going to have the reds, blues and reds coming through on your Tanzanite for our top of the hour. And welcome in. We're so glad you're with us on Friday night. Happy Friday. Happy weekend, everybody. Glad you're with us. And let's take a look at this. Emerald cut. Boom. Only the biggest and best we got. And look at that emerald cut. Really cool mounting too. Set in a bridge. Check this out. And you know what? Looks like it may need a little tweaking on that setting. So I may have to skip it and bring something else entirely out, or just take it out right now and sell you the loose stone, which we've never done before. I've never had a blue wing loose, but I might have to wait on that because it's a little off. So tell you what, I'll wait on that. We'll see if we can bring out a different one. I'm going to give you a really good look at a blue zircon here. And we'll do a quick top of the hour here because I'm just not going to show you. I'm not going to bother shouting and screaming about things that aren't perfect. So again, it looks perfect until you see it up close. So we'll have to redo that. One thing we need to invest in as a jewelry department is probably one of those levels, you know, the levels that you use when you're like hanging a picture and you see the little, you know, I think we need to invest in one of those. Anyway, I just used one this weekend myself at home. So I felt very handy. So I'll bring mine in and we'll use it there. Welcome into Friday night. Happy Friday, everybody. Glad you're with us tonight. My name is Lauren Blair. We only have about 55 minutes left. Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to open it up entirely to your requests. Let me know what you'd like to see. If there's something you saw in the last 2 hours you want to see again, if there's something we can run back to the vault and go get for you and just bring it on out, we'll do that too. But again, it's a busy Friday night, so we'd love to just take, you know, those of you that are with us and just show you whatever it is you might be looking for. And here's the deal as well. Whatever you want a discount on, that's what I'm here to do tonight. So we've got a big weekend ahead. It's a finale weekend for us because we're going to have our last Saturday and Sunday shows with the 2 shows. This was something new that we tried as an experiment that, you know, was kind of fun for the time being. But again, we're going to go back to the way it had been for a decade here at TVON. So we've got a new schedule coming. I know we're all getting schedule whiplash, me too. But, and again, not my doing, but we're going to have a final weekend coming up. And I say it because it kicks off in a few hours. hours, 15 hours from now, we're going to have our last weekend of Saturday and Sunday where we have 2 shows, okay? I've been doing them with you for the last, I don't know, month or 2, but I'm going to go ahead and we're going to have our big finale weekend. So we're kicking it all off tonight, given that Friday's really the start of the weekend, am I right? At least, you know, for those that have traditional weekends, I think most consider Friday the start of the weekend. That's what I hear at least. And we'll have our 2 big finale doubleheader shows Saturday and Sunday. So I'm with you in the morning at 10, in the evening at 5, Sunday same thing, morning at 10, evening at 5, and that'll be it for our last of the weekends, but we will still be here in the morning. Now, I've been doing those morning shows for nearly 9 years with you. The 10 to 1 does not go anywhere. They are highlights of our week. They will continue. It's just the night shows that we're dropping on the weekends only. And I know this is a lot to handle, so we'll talk about it more. But again, this weekend coming up is a very big one, considering that we're going to have our finale of our 2 shows per day, okay? So last call on the evening weekend shows. Let's get your requests in, though. It's our last 52 minutes or so. The opals are here, although they're verifying. And then we've got a blue zircon to show you now, which is a great top of the hour. Take a look at this one. It's a really fun zircon, and it's a great affordable piece as well that's going to give you a lot of value. It's going to be 112-8071, and happy Friday, everybody. Get requests in if you have them. Want to thank everybody for reaching out, and I want to thank you guys. I mean, we'll talk a lot about this weekend, but I know this has been a little wild of a couple months here at TVON, so I just want to say, just personally, to those of you, I mean, a lot of us have been shopping together for like almost 3 decades, so I just want to say, and I've never had schedules change this much in any place, and you know, it's great to do that every now and then, but I want to thank you for hanging with us through this, because it's been a lot of different schedules and a lot to take in. And consistency is really important in this business. So again, quality is still here. Consistency is just the airtime is all over the place. So, but thank you. I just want to say thank you. I know it's a lot to keep track of. I spend most of my day responding to questions just about that. Where are you? When are you on? When are you on anymore? How many days? Blah blah. So we'll get back to a schedule that we'll probably stick with for the long haul. But here we go with our blue zircon. It's 8071, and it's going to be a carat 49 blue zircon and 45 points in diamonds. And that's the one that is this great, really cool stackable ring where you can have the luxury of stacking if you want to, but don't need to, because it's still going to have this really cool 3-stone style. Double row on the sides, big stone in the middle, and we're going to go 0 to start, $100 increments, and you'll pay what you want to pay. Yes. Opal, the ring or the pendant? The ring, sounds good. Well, we have the opal ring, get its home. I hadn't seen a blue opal like that in a very long time, so congrats on the opal. Thank you so much. And then we'll see if anyone wants to get this one started, but it's a no reserve, no minimum piece. So it's $100. Could potentially get it at the door. And if we get one bidder, and we may, if we get one bidder and that's it, well, then they're going to get it for whatever their bid is. If we get a little competition, that'd be cool too. But it gives everyone the opportunity to own a blue zircon, which has been the hottest stone of late. But then again, I had 2 today and no go. So, you know, every stone kind of sees its little height of popularity, and then it usually is like something else is really of the moment, but they're always classics. And I'll move on from that one because we don't have an open there. I'll show you these really cool door knocker styles that we have. And then I do have a very important ruby. Do you guys remember the unheated ruby that we had out of Burma? Long time ago? Well, once you see it, you'll remember it. It was $14,999. I showed it, I flashed it, and a lot of you said, okay, but what's the price? And I said $14,999. And you said, what's the price? And I said $14,000. We're going to bring it out tonight too. Yes. $500. Who's starting it off, Tim? Angela wants to get it started at $500. Do we have 600? I heard that, I think, from Jason. We do. 2 bidders. We started at 5. We have how much? 600 we have. Thank you, Jason. Who's that? $600 we do have. That's a, oh, hi. How's she doing? Happy Friday. All right. So we've got 2 bidders so far. Start with a little mini power bid. That's what I always advise, because it is a $29.99 ring. 700, thank you. 700 has been bid. We have only still 2 bidders. Going back and forth, our 2 original bidders here. And $700, we're looking for 8 or 9 or 1,000 or 15 or 2 or more. But again, $3,000 ring, we're at 700, only 2 bidders so far. This may be a 2-bidder auction, in which case even better value. The less competition you have, the better value you get. There is, let me remind you, no reserve on this ring. So whatever it goes for, which right now is $700, I can't make it for $700. And we've lost a bidder. So we have 1 bidder and 1 bidder left. And that's it. Well, is it still Angela over there, Tim, with you? Okay, where's she calling from? Illinois. I think she's gonna get it. And sometimes when you're up against it on a Friday night, you gotta just give jewelry away. This is the way to do it. Now, if there was a reserve would be typically in an auction format, and I've worked for different auction houses before on a national level, and reserves would usually be something around cost. We have $800. I just have a new bidder who just jumped in at $800. It's Jason's. We'll find out who that is. So let's look at it from a TVON perspective. We're the manufacturer. We made the ring. We know exactly to a penny what it cost to make. We are a long way away from that. We just lost our first and original bidder there, and we're down to $800. I'm going to give it 2 minutes, and we're going to see it out the door. This is quite the value. And when blue zircon is as rare as it is, because I try to keep track of everything that retailers are doing, and I don't know of a place to guide you. There are a lot of people that are surprised to learn that a lot of our shoppers, because I'm a shopper, that's all I am. Like, people ask me all the time, what's your job? And I say shopper. And they go, yeah, we know you like to shop. And I go, no, that's my job. My job is to shop. And that doesn't always mean the act of buying something. It means comparison shopping and learning what's going on. But I got to tell you, if I had a penny for every time I had a customer say, I'm looking for something in jewelry and I don't think you guys have it, where is it? I don't care if it's costume, if it's fake, if it's faux, I will tell you where to buy it. You guys sitting at home right now, there's probably a number of you right now, they're going, yep, I've reached out to her via email or Facebook or Instagram or what have you. And I reached out, or I just called, I picked up the phone and called her and talked to her, and she told me where to go. She told me to go to that rival network because they don't have what I need. If it's something faux, she told me which catalog company to get it. I have done that over and over and over because I want you to get what you love. The point is, we only dive into, because I realize we don't have every type of jewelry. We only have fine jewelry. If you need faux, lab-grown, costume, listen, I know where to get it because that's my whole livelihood is jewelry at this point. I've made my whole career about jewelry for the last 2.5 decades. And I'll be happy to tell you where to get things, even if we don't have them, because I want you to be able to shop the value and shop what you need, shop what you're looking for. But from that standpoint, as a manufacturer of fine jewelry and knowing what's out there and what's not, zircon is in the not category. Zircon is nowhere else except for a couple big designers that if you read the Wall Street Journal, you will know that late last year, they had a big article that was considered revolutionary because they were highlighting the fact that some big designers had discovered this rare stone called zircon. And they wrote it as if nobody had ever heard of it before and that it was a first of its kind. We have been dabbling in zircons of all different varieties for years and years, and we have them more affordably than anyone else. I can tell you where, as of a few months ago, a blue zircon can be found in a retail store, but it is 5 figures in price tag. So this is a little different, and it's not much bigger. It's a 2 carat. So this is our 1.5 with VS diamonds, which, by the way, do we not have a diamond weight up there? It's 45 points, always has been, always will be. 45 points in diamonds that apparently, well, that's free because $800 does not cover our manufacturer's cost. And that manufacturer, by the way, is not some guy down the street or across the world. It's a manufacturer facility that is literally 30 feet behind that camera. How I'm talking to you. So we know very well what we paid to put it together. And I can just tell you, this is where my journalistic roots come in because that's where I studied and that's what I was going to do. And that's still, again, still use those skills every day because I just want to tell you the facts. And we paid more to put it together than $800, and that bid is all we have. So I'm going to give it 2 minutes, and then we're going to be done. Final call if you'd like to get it. Yes, we're looking for $900. Do we have it? We're going to find out. We've got a final 2 minutes here, and I hope we're verifying because this is the time. I got to take a look, and you're getting almost a ½ carat in diamonds, and we're going to show it on the hand. There's this beautiful way that the piece actually takes those 3 stones in the center and elevates them a bit. So there is a little elevation, nothing that's, really obtrusive. You can set something beside it if you like, which you see there. So you can really kind of set something right up next to it if you felt like adding a little more base or a little more width to it. We're at 800 looking for 9. We may have 9. And this is also in any gold color, in any size you want, and shipped to your doorstep for free. So all those extras that are freebies here, that's a really important way that you can shop for great fine jewelry when we can't make it for that price. So if you're a little intimidated by jewelry these days because you keep hearing about gold or reading about gold, well, we're not abiding by that. Do you think we retooled our price tags to really adapt to what gold? We probably should. Every other jewelry store does that. We are not. And it's at $800, which is less than what we made it for, which was many, many moons ago. So here we are at 800 looking for 9. We've got 49 seconds left. You gotta love a 0 to start. What it is about this, like every time we start an auction at 0 and not being able to get over a certain digit, like 4 digits, it just doesn't happen. And it's really, it's the, someone's gonna have to like explain the psychology behind it, but it's real. Even if I could show you a $25,000 ring and it's like we would just be stuck here at 800 or 900, it's an incredible phenomenon, but I love to do it because it makes sure that you guys see the values. If just, again, the price tags I'm not giving are showing it to you, then here we go, you're making your own. 15 seconds left. And a last call. And then we've got new door knocker style earrings that are pretty cool. I just got to find a way to price these right because they are very, very cool and very designer. And here we go. Last call, $800. Do we have 9? You have 900. All right. So I think we've got 9, which means, Jason, we're going to go back to your bidder who I'm not sure I got their name yet. We'll see if they want to go to $1,000. Yes, we are. So we are at 9 and now we're looking for 1,000. Do we have 1,000? You got it? You do? All right, sold. Congratulations. That is gone. Well done there. And then we are at, I'm going to try to set these up as best I can. The point is seeing these moving and see them on the ear, but this is our first of its kind. Yeah, this is not going to work. So let's show them. You can't show them both at the same time here. So we'll take a look. At one at a time, and I'll go get the other tweezers and we'll show them here. Let's take a look on the hand. This is a door knocker style drop earring that's obviously not going to sit on its own. And it's 1127842, but worth it to show you what we can do here on a designer earring. There's your pair together. And they've got that beautiful wider row and diamond weight, and then that's the door knocker style, kind of like you would see. I always think of like an old, like a castle in a movie in Ireland, and you want to go get the secret code, something, you found the house or the castle, and you've got to knock on that door and use that secret passcode to get in. This is that door knocker style that is so classic in jewelry. 38 points in diamonds right up top with that mirror finish gold, which is all yellow. It's going to stay in the yellow gold, and we're just going to blow them out. I know they're supposed to be $5,999. The problem is we're used to seeing values that are much, much more distinctive here. So we can't do $59.99 and expect them to go. And they do have a post and butterfly backing towards the top of your diamond earring. It's not going to be 5,000 or 4. We'll just blow them out really quickly. Just the one pair, only in the yellow gold. They've got a great length. Let me go ahead and measure one here for you. And then we'll show them to you on the ear as well. But that is a style that is classic. Classic luxury is what I would say. It's 1 1/4 inch in the drop. And you've got a really simple, easy to wear earring, but it gives you a nice presence because they're a little wider. And that's what I think really makes the difference. I'm just going to go ahead and have one, I'm going to pop one on here really quickly. I'm going to give you nothing to look at for a sec, just because they don't sit on their own. And then I'll just put one on real quick and show you what they look like. So here they are on the ear. So you can really see the presence that they have and really get an idea of how beautiful they move and how much mirror finish gold you get. And they're not even $2,000. We'll take them a lot lower. We got to make sure that this stands up to what we like to do in TVON value here and not even ask for $2,000 or $1,999. They're actually going to be only $1,599. That's it. So a really beautiful luxury style, the diamonds up front, and I'll show them to you up close so you can really see that diamond quality we love, but that is a timeless earring. And when it's really well done like they are, and you've got all that high polish as you do, and it's not $15.99, rather it's not $59.99, but instead we just drop that 5 and put a 1 instead in front of it, that certainly makes for a better value. So we'll go back on up close and I'll show you what they look like just so you can see the diamonds. Oh, lost my own backing there. All right, that one's gone into the abyss, but here they are. Just to see that double row in the diamond so you can see how that's going to be kind of fastened into the hoop. So you've got a really good movement and style about it. They kind of sway and they move with your movements naturally. So that's a really important way to go. All right, we'll take a look at our green Paraíba. We've got a Paraíba tourmaline here in the blue green in that cushion cut. Do we have a different museum reserve, Andy? The one that I had, unfortunately, is really crooked, and I'm just not going to show it. So until we just reset it. Nothing wrong with the stone, just that it's set a little crooked. So I'm going to bring out a bidder. We'll just bring out tomorrow's instead. Just kind of switch around some of our schedule, and we'll bring out a different Tanzanite because I do want you to have a chance to get some museum reserve Tanzanite tonight. But let's make sure this one goes. Item number is 112-6433, and this is 123 Paraiba. So as easy as 123, and then we will bring out that unheated ruby that has been $14,999 forever, and we'll bring it down in price tag as well for you. But this is a 1 carat 23 cushion cut. And it's a square, and it's got the neons, the bright, the vibrant. It's a definite more green than it is blue. I would say 90-10, green to blue. And then you've got a really wide band with a lot of diamonds. It's 93 points in diamonds. They're actually the double row on the outsides, and then of course that little constellation design on the inside. 93 points in total. Not seeing too many diamond rings made like this anymore, and here it is. Wider band, great style. That is Paraiba. So copper bearing and manganese together, bringing you one of the rarest looks at an exotic gem. And it will not be, oh, this is what I love, $69.99. Forget that. We're going to go a lot lower, and it's in white gold, but you can change it actually. It can be done in yellow gold or rose gold if you'd prefer it. We do tend to fancy our Paraibas in the white gold across the board. We'll make it better than 6,000 or 5. And no, there's not another 123 in the Paraiba collection that goes this affordable, and that's really the excitement of it. We saw a couple recently, really brought the price down. Boy, did they go fast. We're going to do that again right now, and this one's not $59, $49, or $39. It's not even $29.99. Let's make it better. We'll just blow it out right now. $24.99 only. And then we're going to bring out the museum unheated ruby out of Burma. Unheated. I've only had 4 ever here that were unheated rubies. 4. That's like 1 every 2 years on average. That's not many when you talk about how much jewelry is coming through these doors every day. We're going to show you a 1 carat 05 and truly blow it out and give you an unheated ruby opportunity. Rubies are rare no matter what. Unheated, extremely rare. So we will see that coming up here shortly, and then we'll try to finish with a Tanzanite as well. But that is, wait till you see what we have coming on. I just got to give you this ruby because $14,999 has been a ruby that so many have admired. A lot of our collectors have had on the wish list. But it's really tough to do when it's $15,000. And I hear you on that. I get that. We don't have a lot of $15,000 actual price tags. We see plenty of jewelry that should be in that range, but very rarely do we actually see that as the price tag because we like to offer value. So let's bring you 1128093, which is our carat 05 superstar. And the fact it's still over a carat is really amazing to me that we have shown you something that intriguing. The blue reds of Burma, that's really textbook. That's what we expect to see. And my question to you is, if you had unlimited funds, what is it that you would purchase? I'll never forget many years ago, in a past life, I was working with a team of gemologists, and we were helping the Sultan of Brunei pick out gemstones. And here's a family that funds were completely unlimited. And where they chose to put those funds after cars and homes and castles and clothing and everything else, it was with gems. The biggest collection they had was gemstones. And I'll never forget, because I associate immediately when I see really, really good rubies, I associate it with that family because that's all they wanted was rubies. That's all they were really looking for. It was, you know, as much as everyone, you know, my team tried to talk them into fancy colors of diamonds and big, you know, you name it, right? Sapphire, it was all about the rubies. And you know what? They really understood, because most gemstone collectors, most gemologists, most jewelry store owners, a lot of museums, what they really seek out are collectible rubies. There is a reason, and I always think of royalty because it actually gets the crown, in that ruby is considered the king of all gemstones. That you've probably heard. But then there are so many levels. Just like anything, I can get you a ruby that looks nothing like a ruby. I can get you rubies that look like pink rocks. They look like brownish, burgundy, oxblood colors, brown or orange or pinks or purples. This is really going, because a ruby is not a ruby is not a ruby. You can't just put them all in a bucket and under one umbrella and say, here's ruby. There are so many vast differences. And if you are, whether you're a sultan or a king, Whether you're a royal of any kind or whether you're just a good old-fashioned gemstone lover and collector, you want Burma. And that's what we have here, but in its rarest variety, because we're missing one thing on that graphic. The important thing about 8093, and the reason it's not $7,000 or $8,000, but it's $14,999, is because of this one word that makes all the difference in the world, which is the word unheated. Yes. Yes, I can. Is that the gal who got it? So we're just going to look at the under gallery of one of our rings from earlier real quick. I'm not sure if this is who got it or not, but let's take a look at it. It's the Zambaran, and that's the under gallery of the Royal Zambaran. We had this early on in the show. This was $888 for a 2-carat Royal Zambaran garnet. You can see the clarity of the stone through that under gallery, which of course is not giving you anything that's going to take away from that clarity. There's that beauty of that stone with that double halo. That was, by the way, a diamond weight of 69 points on the Zambaran. Now here we go. Unheated Burma. We had to stack a good diamond quality and diamond weight. It's going to have a carat 02 in diamonds, so 105 in the center, 102 on the diamond weight. How about that? Unheated Burma. 14,999, and you thought we were just estimating or giving you a for instance. Do you know what a value that is for an unheated, untreated Mogok Burma? It's incredible. Incredible. They have been selling, and I remember back when the sanction was lifted for the first time in 2008. There was a sanction that went into effect. Actually, I take that back. It went into effect in 2008, went briefly was lifted in 2016. It was an 8-year called the Burma Jade Act. And I will never forget then in 2016, which was nearly a decade ago, if you can believe that, the rubies, when that sanction was lifted, they were at $20,000 a carat. Now again, I can find you a cheaper ruby, but not from Burma. The Burma is the height of ruby quality. So if you want the best, you're getting Burma. And if you want Burma, you look for, most of them, 99% are treated, heated. This is not. That's why it's a $14,999 ring. It's got the split shank. I'm going to show it on. You're getting that really classic style mounting. You can see the clarity. We could actually watch the tweezers right on through it. You see that? You see that right through the faceting. You can see the tweezers because it's a completely transparent stone. And to see that stone in all its glow and color and beaming those reds and secondary blues, and to not have it for 15, listen, it's been here long enough. And I think we know at this point, if somebody felt like that was the greatest TVON value, it'd be gone. Let's go back up close. It's not going to be 14,000. We're going to take this Friday night, what's left of it. We have very, very, very little time left in our show. It's 30 minutes. And we might just spend it on this ring because who knows how long this is going to take. But at $14,999, we are going to toss that price out the window. Proverbial or literal, whichever you want to speak of. This is going to be better tonight, and we are going to get this one a home. At long last, the time is now to get this fabulous piece, this one-of-a-kind, this beauty, this rarity, a home. It's got to go, and you know what? We'll put it up on the auction block, because otherwise, I think that's the best way to do it. Because otherwise, if I just price it at $99.99, it might still remain here. And when you've got all kinds of beautiful spinels and sapphires, nothing quite compares to a ruby. Gives you the great durability of a 9 on the Mohs scale, second only to diamonds. It is diamonds surrounding it as well, so we kept that classic. And you're not going to spend $99.99 either. Got a better value, but I can't, again, come on over and take a look. I can't just really emphasize how rare this is. Instead of $99.99. A better value for you, and this is why we're going to put it on the auction block, because I think even at $79.99 it might just stay here tonight. So we can't have that. We can't just keep it here. We can't just let us keep dreaming about it. It's time for somebody to own this incredible ring and change up the gold color if you want. But again, when you're going to the highest levels, and again, linking back to many, many years ago when I worked with some very important folks, like again, just people you know from royalty that have some of the best gem collections the world over, this is what they were trying to get. And trust me, they were millions of dollars to get them. And they have them, and they're keeping them, and they're there forever. That's why it's partly tough to do. You can't just go out and find unheated stones. Yes, they're scarce, but also the collectors of the world, from royalty to billionaires to, you know, a lot of people that decide to put their wealth into gems, they're hoarding them. They're keeping the few that are out there, they pay the premium amounts for, and they keep them. So it doesn't leave really anything much for the rest of us who really want to have those specialty pieces. So here's our way to get it. We're not going to do $79.99. I'm going to put it on the auction block. And in this last 29 minutes we have, somebody will own this ring in a matter of moments. And we're not starting at $7,000 or $6,000 or $5,000. Remember what we were saying earlier about a lot of these center gems have been really freebies tonight, because the way the mounting is, the diamond weight, the gold weight alone really is priced where you're paying less than you would for the mounting by itself. So the center stones are free. Now that should not be happening on a 1 carat plus unheated ruby out of Burma, but it very well may. Take a look at this. It's not 5,000. It's not 4,000 to start. I can bring you any old 1 carat ruby and get it out the door for $39.99, but this is a special day. And we are not asking for even $39.99. That's not a good place to start an auction. Neither is $4,000 if you want to get activity, and I want to get activity. So here's what we'll do instead of $4,000 or $35,000. I'm going to give you a better value, and straight up, this is what I would do. I can make one thing obvious. If I give you a better price than you would pay for the treated material, why not go for the unheated super limited? That's how I look at it. If you're not paying a penny more for the unheated than you would for a more typical heated stone with that great clarity and quality, again, all those factors still equal. If the clarity is there, the color is divine, the origin is the best of the best. What if we take it down to $3,000 to get it started with a $10 increment only? You see the $14,999. I was authorized to do $99.99 tonight. Having been through 2 hours and 32 minutes, just kind of figured that might still leave it here. Now we're down to an auction with a $3,000 to open and $10 increments only. And that is it for unheated. I've seen 4 in my tenure here. That has been 8.5 years. Actually, let's see. Yep, coming up on 8.5 exactly. And 4 unheated stones, most of which were smaller, most of which were under a carat. This one being up and over a carat, which certainly makes that more important. And 3, you know what? We don't have it. I'm not going to, I have a Tanzanite that I could bring out for you. It's a grade 11 carat 28, by the way. We can show it. We'll try to make a point to get to that. But you know what? Let's do this instead. Instead of $3,000, I really want this one to go. Carat plus NVS diamonds, all around brilliance, double halo. I know ruby is not something everybody understands. It took me a while to get it as well. I grew up around rubies because everybody in my life, my very, very close circle, everybody's got a birthday in July. So I know the ruby birthstone well because it's the birthstone for the month of July. And I grew up learning, long before I was in the jewelry business, I grew up learning a lot about rubies. And yet I know that it's one of the more misunderstood stones because it's just such a big difference between routine regular rubies and really premium quality. There's such a big gap and a big divide between what you would find elsewhere versus a premium unheated Burma ruby like you have here. So there's so many factors at work. I know you could probably, I could get your ruby for a couple of dollars a carat. Is it going to look anything like this? No, it will not. But again, the point is ruby is an important stone and note is the king of gems, and you need to have one at some point if you are a real true gem lover and collector because it's such a classic and so well known. But this is obviously not the price that's getting it done tonight. So let's take it even lower than $3,000 for our 1 carat plus unheated super rare, and we'll bring it down from 3. But this is going to be interesting, and it's really going to it's going to test the boundaries of value tonight, because instead of $2,900, every little bit counts, right? We're looking at a, from visually standpoint, it's a flawless stone. I don't see an inclusion in it at all. I don't know if you do, might just depend on your eyesight or what kind of TV screen and how big it is you're looking at it. But this is one where you are looking at perfect, perfect, perfect for all intents and purposes, because all you see is the glow and the clarity. It's not going to be $2,900. It's not going to be $2,800. I certainly have, we got people verifying, I know that, but we've got to get a lot of people in because this is the opportunity of a lifetime. And if there were people from royal families watching right now, you better believe that they'd be bidding, wondering if that was some just like, is that a daily rental payment? What is that? Because that's not normal for a 1 carat 05 unheated. We're going to make it even better. And I really want to get everybody in. Do we have an open? I know we're verifying. You know what? Hold on that open, because I want to make sure everybody gets in who wanted the best ruby. I don't want you to have to sacrifice. I don't want you to have to compromise. I never do. I want to give you the value that's still going to get you the best and still get you everything you want, but at a lower price. And instead of 28, or 27 or 26, we're going to start, and this is where, again, free ruby. Might as well just call this the free ruby auction. It's free ruby. That's all this is. You are looking at a free ruby right now. It's a free ruby. It's a free ruby. It's a carat of 5. I can't do a carat of 2 in VS diamonds in that gold mounting for this price tag. And it's not going to be $2,600 to open. We're going to start even lower, and come on in. If you haven't dialed, if you've never shopped here before, if you've never participated in an auction, and by the way, this is still a full money back guarantee. So for those of you, it's easy to be a naysayer when you see values like this, and this is sometimes what you got to do to move jewelry. Listen, if my job was to just sit here and talk about jewelry, that's one thing, right? If the only job was to just show you things and present them, and the goal here is to move items. And the difference is I could leave that at $14,999 if it didn't matter if it just stayed here or if it went out. But when you're really, again, my passion is moving the jewelry to you all. It's saying, here's the very best, here's why. Let's get you a value that allows you to attain it, that makes it affordable, that makes it accessible. So you don't have to just say, wow, that's a pretty stone, wish I could do it. Instead, you pick up the phone and I send it to your house. That's what really, it's what gets me here to this studio every day. And I got to tell you, that's the motivation, is to know that at the end of 3 hours, you all are going to have the opportunity and have pieces on their way to your home that you otherwise would never have had. Because I don't know about you, but $15,000 is a very different price tag than $26,000. And I'm much more apt to buy something I love when it's $2,600 than $15,000. Because no matter how much I love it, I'm probably not going to spend $15,000 just on a whim like that. So here's your opportunity. And you know what? I'll make it $2,500 just to get everybody a chance. Because in today's fine jewelry world, it doesn't buy you a gold band, and that's just a fact. A 2mm men's wedding band with no diamonds and certainly no ruby is going to be a whole heck of a lot more than $2,500. I'll get you a 1 carat unheated ruby, which I've only had 4 of here ever. I'll get you 102 diamond weight. I'll get you the solid gold, which is much bigger than a 2mm single band, and we're going to make it $2,500 to open. And the best part is, you still get a chance to look at it, evaluate it, wear it at home, and then if you don't like it, you send it on back, and we'll try again. Although I will tell you this, you're never going to find a better ruby for less money. That's a no-go. A better ruby quality for any less money, forget about it. I can't even do the math. What's $15,000 discounted to $25,000? I think about 75% off, and 75% off would be approximately what, 37 something, 3,800. If you got 75% off our price, this is a greater percentage discount than that, and I still don't have it open. So let's take a look and let's give it 60 seconds to get it started and see what we got going on out there, because this is a wild and wonky night. 52 seconds and I'll try it on again. White, yellow, or rose, by the way. I can't go, no, I can't even go a penny lower. I wasn't supposed to leave $99.99. That was the price that was supposed to get it out the door tonight. We were taking $5,000 off and saying, here you go. Here it is. You've heard about it on a silver platter. This is on a gold platter. A gold diamond encrusted plata. This is the one to get. Do we have $2,500? Let me see. We got 25 seconds to get it open. Otherwise, I'll move on. We can move on and really move on. But look at that. Even when it's on the hand from a distance away, you still see the glow and the clarity and the downright transparency of that stone. And do we have the open at $2,500? So I've been doing this a long time, and you guys know that because you've been around, you've been watching these shows for a while. And some of you, we've been shopping together for like 25 years. You know, I don't really recall having a 1 carat plus unheated Burma ever at a price like this. Heated's one thing, unheated's different. And again, I have failed miserably. I'll just admit something. It's just like, let's turn this into TVON confessional here. I, Lauren Blair, admit that I have completely undervalued this stone, and I have completely, you know what I've done? I have absolutely failed in truly conveying to you how important and how rare this stone is. That's my confession. Because if there isn't clamoring and lines lit up and literally backed up lines all over the world for this ring at $2,500, I have failed miserably. I have not done my job. Because if I can't convey how important a carat 05 unheated, and I get it, I don't bring out printouts from the internet, I don't show you all these, like, I don't care what retailers do, because I'm not here to impress you by beating retail. We should beat retail. We should beat wholesale. I like beating ourselves here because we have $15,000. That should be our price, and we're beating that. I would say so. $2,500. Do we have it, by the way? I don't know. We got some people verifying, so we'll take one last look at it. I just want to make sure we have the open. If we do, we sell it. If we don't, we move on. But we'll probably see it in the future someday for $15,000. And what? Should we be going up from there? Because gold's going up. I don't think there's any secret about that. You don't need to worry about that. You've got a money-back guarantee. What is there? What am I missing? What am I missing? You need a different gold color? I can do it. You need a different ring size than the size 7 it's in? No problem. You're getting a carat 02 in VS diamonds. Verifying? Tim, Jess, anybody? We're verifying? Do we? Okay, so we've got it. We've got $2,500. Well, thank you. We've got the open at 25. We see the value. Well, someone sees the value. We see the value. And now it's only a $10 increment to make it yours if you want to. Now it's going out the door to somebody. So now it's not a time to say, I'll wait and I'll spend more later. Well, you can't spend more later because it's going out tonight. And it's going to get its happy, wonderful home. And I'll tell you what, we still have a new Tanzanite. I'm going to show you a different emerald cut if you want to see it. Last call, we have the round that's coming up. We'll recap the round, but this is it on the auction. I have spent my time on it. No other bid besides the open so far. We always give you a 2-minute final clock so that you know last call's coming, so that you don't miss out on it inadvertently. We want to make sure you get a full opportunity to see that this is your last chance. It's at 25. It will sell. That's for sure now. We know that. But it's going to be gone. And again, the rarity between all the stones you see and almost every stone I've ever shown you, I pretty much bring you Burma here and nothing more. I've had a couple of stones out of Mozambique, but not many. It's mostly Burma. But they're almost all heated. Almost every one I've had. I bring you on average probably about 10 a week. Times that by 8.5 years. Yikes. Oh, this is math I can't do in my head. 8.5 years. How many weeks would that be? 52 weeks in a year. It's a lot of rubies. Almost everyone I've ever had is heated. That's the difference here. Yes, and it'd be one thing if it was just beautiful, large, transparent, blue, red, Burman origin, but the fact that this was all natural out of the rough, and it looks like this when it didn't get any help, because usually to get rubies in their maximum best color and their maximum best clarity, like every other stone, you have to give it a little help with heat. There's nothing wrong with it. It's totally acceptable. But what really tips the scale from rare to beyond rare is when you have a stone like this that is completely natural from the earth to you. So let's give it a final 2 minutes and we will send it out the door. It's our very last call on this Friday night. And I tell you, I never dreamed this would happen. To go backwards like this on a rib, this is the risk of an auction. It's why, I love doing them because it gives you huge opportunities for value that I could not do on my own. If I could price that at $2,500, best believe I'd be talking about that and promoting it for a year. I'd talk about it for a year and then bring it out. I would make you wait a year to see it. And we'd talk about it every day and we'd give you an exact day when it was coming out. I can't do that. But that's what the auction allows us to do, is get away from those prices, get away from those amazing TVON values, which nobody's going to compete with, and give you a better value. And all I can do is hope we have a lot of people out there. And on other nights, let me tell you, sometimes we don't, okay? Listen, I'm a sports girl. If I weren't here right now, I wouldn't be watching me, okay? So I get it. There's a lot going on these next few days. I get that. I know that. So this is where, again, probably not the best time to put up a ruby like this when it's a Friday night, which has a limited viewership because some people go out on Fridays, right? And they're not at home watching their TVs. And so this gives you the opportunity of a lifetime. And the fact that nobody's competing yet or verifying another bid or screaming out 10,000 just to really put the hammer down. This is your moment. And I don't have a better value in ruby because that's the top of the line quality that we bring. And my goodness, we only bring the good quality and the best quality because it's all Burma. For the most part. I've had a couple, I think I've had 2 Mozambique stones ever here. The rest has been Burma, but to get this level, high level, rare quality, rare clarity, it's everything. And oh my gosh, it's gonna go up for $2,500 I think. 20 seconds remaining. All right, 25 going once. Listen, it's not the first auction to go tonight at an open, but it is the last and best. I would say the most savings you're gonna get. because when you're saving $12,500 on one individual piece of jewelry, that's really significant. When you're still getting the freebies and the extras that cost us really up to thousands of dollars to do, like a gold color change and a sizing and a shipping and all that stuff that's entailed in getting it from us to you. There's a lot of extras that go into that in addition to the savings you have, and it's 25 going once and twice and 3 times and sold and it's gone, and congratulations to you because you got the best deal I've ever seen in Ruby. Yeah. Okay, let me go get it, Sheila. Did you say Sheila? Sheila, let me go get it for you. We have the 2 carat. It was actually a 308. Yep, 3 carat 08 Asher cut. Congolese. Here it is, Sheila. There it is, a little close up for you. We had a whole Congolese trio earlier. There were 2 left. So actually we may do some recaps here for you. We've got item number right here is 1125712. And I think she wanted to see it a couple different ways. First up close with the 308 and these ribbons of diamonds on the 23 points around it, side to side, right there and there. So you've got a great look. And then here it is on the hand. And then remember, it's that squared off Asher cut, but really lovely, lovely design that really meets up with the squared off style. You see there some cutout details. You can have any gold you want, Sheila, if you'd like to grab it, but it's also only $12.99. So we had a huge markdown on a trio of stones. Again, 2, maybe 1 left, soon to be perhaps, and that's a 308 Asher. And it really, when you see it from a distance, there are 3 colors at play here. It's really the greens, like a spearminty green. You have a secondary blue, and there's a little bit of golden as well in this Asher cut. So it's a really important stone, the way it's flashing those lights and giving you second and really some third colors as well that are happening through that stone, and very clean. Tourmaline's not supposed to be tourmaline. This one is though. It's got a great sheen and a great green, and it's really clean. So $12.99 also happens to be a great value as well. So enjoy it if you get it. We'll give that a couple seconds here to look at. There is a fabulous Kunzite I want to recap. We do have a ruby necklace that was $4.99, by the way. Yes. Hi, Mary and Michael. Where are Mary and Michael calling from? Oh, wonderful. Are they close by? Wonderful. I know where that is. Thank you so much. Thank you, Mary. Thank you, Michael. Thank you for being with me tonight, and thank you so much. Let me go ahead and show the big Kunzite. I wanted to get this a recap as well, because I know on Fridays you pop in and out different times, so you may have missed what was early on in the show. Let's show you this big 1221 emerald cut Kunzite. Look at that. That's a 7380 is the number. I just had a hard time even justifying this being here past its first presentation, but we get one last look at it here with this 1221 with the big trapezoids of diamonds. And I mean, not trapezoid diamonds, but trapezoid shape of diamonds pavé together. That's the 46 carat weight. Call me if you'd like to have this one of a kind. I'll be trying it on for you, and let me know who's got that Asher, because I think that one's on its way. And we are looking at the 1221 as saturated as it gets. We'll also recap the Rubellite pendant we had in the trillion earlier tonight as well. This one is only $18.88 for a 1221, and look at this on the hand, because it's even more, I think, really just inviting to see it from a distance away, because you get to see it play a little bit. You get to see the movement, the way the movement interacts with the light of that stone. And $18.88, again, I apologize, it's too big, but that's the deal. We make it in your size, so it will be arriving ready to wear and the perfect size to fit you. And that's not just full sizes, but also quarter, half, and 3/4 sizes as well. So whatever really works for you at the moment, that's going to be how it arrives. So $18.88 on our very deluxe 12 karat 21 Kunzite. So very big weekend ahead. Make sure you join me in the morning. It's only 14 hours from now. We're going to have our last double header shows. So our last weekend of double headers. That means last weekend where, you know, I don't know if anyone knows this, but the last few weekends for the last couple months, we've been doing 2 shows every Saturday and Sunday. There's been a morning and an evening show. That ends this weekend. We get to bring you one last hurrah with the double header. So again, it's a lot. We intentionally, you know, just kind of expanded some airtime to branch out. And again, just going back to the way it was for the last 10 years. So we're going to have 2 shows just for one more weekend. So it's a big weekend. And what we're going to do to honor that finale is bring you a lot of fabulous values all weekend long, starting tomorrow morning. So hopefully we've got it kicked off here tonight in the right way. And then then we'll have an incredible weekend ahead with our last weekend of double shows, morning and night, Saturday and Sunday. So don't worry, we're not going anywhere on the mornings. We'll have those morning shows like I've been doing for nearly a decade with you here, but the evening shows are what's going to be going away. So again, last weekend will be this coming weekend, tomorrow and Sunday. All right, here's the Scapolite that I wanted to recap as well. This was also part of a wheel deal that was actually under $1,000 for our rare emerald cut Scapolite. It's going to be 112-7388. Last call on anything you've seen tonight, because again, all new merchandise tomorrow morning, tomorrow evening, Sunday morning, Sunday evening. So join me at 10 a.m. and then also at 5 p.m. All the evening shows have been 5 to 8, so that will continue for the evening shows that we do have. But again, great value on this 188 Scapolite, and then more breaking news tomorrow as well. So we'll give you as we'll share with you some news as I can give it. But here we are with the 188 Scapolite, 29 points in diamonds as well. And that one's going to be only $9.49 to get that rare Scapolite. And we've seen a lot of them be very popular, very quick to go typically, and that's a really good purple color. I do want to show it on the hand because it's another great emerald cut. So if you want to go like a pinky orchid purple, you go with the Kunzite. If you want it a little smaller and a little more rare, you go with this purple lavender tone in the $9.49 Scapolite. It's a beauty, and then it does have those extra bezel sets. So as you reach down just where the fingers meet, there's going to be another round bezel set diamond on either side, in addition to the pave. So that's a really cool style. And that style, usually when we see it, is very popular because it has a little more Art Deco influence, which we tend to love. We just don't see very often. And you can see what happens to that stone as you get different lights. Interesting, because there are golden Scapolites, but you're getting a little bit of that from the reflection off the faceting of this emerald cut. So even though it's a true, pretty, honest to goodness purple, when it plays with the light here, you see a little bit of those goldens and pinks and lighter blue tones as well. So that's $9.49 for a rare Scapolite. We still have the Kunzite. I'll recap the Rubellite trillion for you in a pendant that's very affordable. And then we can wrap up with anything else you'd like to see. Maybe it's that big diamond, the 3-carat diamond, which a lot of you were talking about. Plus there was a conch pearl for under $3,000. And we will mention also two zircons, two blue zircons. I had a round in the peacock feather design and also the pear shape in a heart-shaped mounting. So we've got some good ones here. And this is the radiant yellow. This is the brilliant cut radiant. So that's a mouthful, but it just means sparkle to the nth degree. You've got incredible sparkle on 6717. It's our 3-carat even in the radiant yellow. Again, a radiant would be very distinctive faceting where you could sit and count the facets. This is a brilliant radiant cut, so you get even more of that glittering, brilliant effect from a natural yellow diamond. It's the most affordable 3-carat I have by far. It's thousands and thousands of dollars off of where all of our other 3-carats exist. Now you're also getting 95 points in diamonds going around it. So you've got that wider style band. So all those rows, it's 4 rows in diamonds. 3 columns, 4 rows, 24 diamonds in total, bigger stones individually. And that one is only, well, it's amazing we got it below 25,000. Then it went under 20, and now it's right under 19,000 at 18,888. So the biggest value we have on a 3-carat is right there, and we'll try that on one more time because that's got to go. And then we'll show you our Rubellite trillion, and don't forget about the Scapolite or anything else that you have questions about or want to ask about. This is a good time to do it because it's kind of now or never at this point of the show. So let me know how we can help you find something special. We do have an aqua. It's the big aqua as well. It's a 10-carat aqua. And anything else you might be inquisitive about, we'll help you share it. We'll bring it out real quick in the last couple minutes that we have, and then we're right back to do it again. I see you right back here in the morning. It's only 14 hours away at 10 a.m. Pacific, noon Central, and 1 p.m. Eastern. Again, it's a big weekend ahead because it's our last of 2-a-days. So it's our last weekend of morning and evening shows, so we're going to really have some blowouts for you. Yes? Yes, here's the Scapolite one more time on the hand here, and it's 7388. Take a look at this one. This is such a beauty, and really from a distance is where you really see the true beauty of the stone. It is a true purple. Again, the flashes come off the step faceting. You see right there on the outside, see how it's lighting up golden? Probably what motivated the yellow gold setting, to be honest, because usually we would see it in the white. That's a really nice complementary effect to have the yellow gold. If you choose to leave it that way, you don't have to. But it's $9.49 to get a rare carat 88 emerald cut, super clean, Scapolite, and usually they're colorless or brown. That's not always an attractive look. But this one, that bright purple, and when it's got a deeper deeper saturation, that's even more rare to see. Usually if there's any purple at all, they're lighter. That is sold. Thank you so much. Let me try on the yellow diamond for you as well, because it's last call on our show. We are down to 5 minutes left. So 5 minutes remaining. If there's any questions on anything or anything you definitely want to see again, here's the yellow diamond on the hand, 18888. That's as low as a 3 carat goes here on our entire show. And we have a couple lately that have been new that I have pointed out. I've been very transparent with the fact that most of the new ones have been a little bit greenish. They've been a little green yellow. They're not green diamonds, but they're green yellows. So they have an odd tint to them. And that's okay. They're still natural. Listen, not everything's perfect out of Mother Nature. I don't know anything yet that is nature made that's perfect. But this is about as good as it gets. The color's there. It's 18,888. It's that brilliant radiant cut, which we love to see because, well, it's Sparkle City. And that wider band, I think, makes it so wearable because it's one of the least bridal looking, and I don't think everybody needs bridal because a lot of people have that ring. And they're good there, and they want something they can wear as a right-hand ring, a middle finger ring, index finger. I mean, look at it over here. That's a great look. I don't think you would do that necessarily as often with something that was a halo or double halo that was more bridal. This really is adapting itself and doesn't sit too high up off the hand either. The only thing that's really elevated up out of the diamond band is that yellow diamond itself. But again, you can't hurt diamonds. Trust me, you can't hurt them. They are the hardest natural substance on earth. That's what it looks like on the middle finger as well. Think right hand rings, think ring finger. I mean, you can wear it anywhere. It doesn't mean it can't be bridal. It absolutely could. It just gives you a little more flexibility of wear with that wider band style, which we rarely see. So that's another look. We'll give you one more close-up look of the 18888 yellow diamond. Then I do want to get in this Rubellite Trillion one last time because this was also, I got very excited about it, showed it too early. Friday night, I know better. Here we go. This is the Rubellite Trillion with this gorgeous mounting with bigger diamonds. There are marquise cuts and rounds together, and that's 1128013. So that's a very special piece as well. And again, Rubellite 263 size, 18 karat white gold, 16 points in diamonds, and 16? Gosh, that can't be right. Look at them. They're big individual stones there. And there's, by my count, I'm counting 7 stones. It's 3 marquise at the top, then 3 below that, then an additional 1 leading in. I don't know, 16 points. We'll go with it as a minimum. It stays in the white gold. We're throwing in the chain. It's a box link chain. We're going all out. $12.99 on the whole piece. You get the chain, you get the pendant, and they're interchangeable with other pieces as well. So let us know if there's anything else you'd like to pick up from this 3 hours. We're back right here to do it again 14 hours from now. It's at 10 a.m. Again, the morning shows are not going anywhere. We've had those since the day we started. We have had morning shows on the weekend. They are not going anywhere. It's the evening shows. You get one last chance with a double dip on Saturdays and Sundays. It's this weekend. So please, whatever works for you, you want to be with us for all 6 total hours tomorrow and 6 total hours on Sunday to see what we're going to do. It is wild. We're going to clear out some inventory, really give you a last hurrah of our doubleheader Saturday and Sunday event for you. So that's going to be a lot of fun. So make sure you join us. And it starts tomorrow at 10, and then we go 3 hours, 10 to 1, and then we have that little break, and then we come back at 5 to 8, same time as tonight, and we do that Saturday and Sunday for one last time. So our morning shows will not go anywhere. They will be here. They are not going anywhere. Again, just the evenings. That was the new ad. We're going to go back to the way it was, go back to our originally scheduled programming, literally, and bring you an incredible weekend of shows at 10 to 1. So it's, again, last hurrah, big finale weekend, so join me for that tomorrow morning and evening, Saturday and Sunday. It just gives you a lot of flexibility. I hope you can watch us and join us for all of it, but it gives you a lot of flexibility when, if you can't be with us all day long. And then let's take a look also at this big Tanzanite. No other way, I don't think, to finish a show than by showing a recap of our 1678. The Rubellite Trillion is here. Now you've got a chance to get the 1678 in the round. This is still one of the best we have remaining, and really, if we had everything here, it would still be one of the best. It's item number 8052, and it's our 1678 Blue Winged Block D Museum Reserve round, and that has a carat 18 in diamonds, and it's only $84.99. We'll be here for a couple minutes after we go off the air in about 30 seconds. We'll be here for you. We'll help you out. Thank you so much for joining me tonight, as always. I'll see you right back here 14 hours from now, 10 a.m. Pacific, noon Central, 1 p.m. Eastern. We will kick off our final weekend of doubleheader Saturday and Sunday. So I can't wait to see you in the morning. It's going to be a crazy cool weekend. We have so much brand new for you, as well as some very cool favorites, and a lot of special discounts. So I hope to see you right back here tomorrow morning and evening. Same on Sunday. But for now, thank you from all of us here at TVON. I'm Lauren Blair. We wish you a great rest of your Friday night. Call me on this one or anything else. We'll be here for a couple minutes. Have a great night, and I'll see you in the morning.